my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your crumpets together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat.
Darling.
Hello. Our bitch is very robust today, honey. The vocals were so robust. If y'all could tell, I was having a little fun with that. I was like, ooh, we can, okay. I didn't feel windy. It didn't sound like I was winded or nothing. Okay. And I got my glass in my hand, honey. Listen, off the riff, honey. Y'all know, have y'all ever had chocolate wine before? Okay, this here, but y'all see my mug, honey. It doesn't fit this whole bottle. This here is the Choco Vino chocolate wine. Yes. So this is what we're going to be sipping on today. Ooh. Darling, this is fantastic. And I'm going to tell y'all something else. If y'all go to Aldi's have a version of a chocolate wine for like, I think it's like $7 a bottle. That shit is lovely. Make sure you chill it though. You got to keep it chilled and carry on. But it is sickening. So what's up? What's your tea? All of my tea sippers, my crumpet dunkers, honey, my tea brewers, my pot stirrers, and my tea leaf readers, honey. What's up? What is all of your tea? Well, darling, it's another glorious day, my darlings, honey. I know you have all of your crumpets together because why? You know what time it is, honey, because it's time to dish tea. And you are dishing tea, darling. With Big Meat. What's up? It is still my birthday celebration. Y'all know that we're going to be saying that every time you see me, honey, up until April 2nd. After April 2nd, I got to give up the ghost, honey, okay? But we're still in birthday season. So we want to shout out and carry on to all those who are celebrating. I got to shout out somebody from my car club, honey, Mr. John Hall III, okay, who happens to be our road captain, honey. Today is his birthday. So, darling, we want to give him one-on-one a glamorous, old, passionate rider shout out. P-Riders, you know. Happy birthday, John. And listen, sweetie. Now, listen. Me and you going to get together, honey, because we really great. I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to show you how to upgrade your style, honey, to Pisces celebration. We're going to show you how to take this whole month the way that I do. So come on up in here, baby. Come on up in here. Now, wait a minute. Today is March 11th, and I really do believe that it's also Terrence Howard's birthday. Y'all know Lucius, honey, from Empire. I believe today is also his birthday. And I used to have that. I always got him. Yeah, it is. His birthday is today. He just turned 53. Mr. Terrence Deshaun Howard, honey. Ooh. Okay. One of my heterosexual husbands, honey. Yeah, I have a number of them. Okay. So today is also his birthday. Tomorrow, we're on the air tomorrow, but tomorrow, y'all know, is my brother Tony Terry. His birthday is tomorrow. So we'll do that when we get on the air on March 12th, honey. Okay, All right. So all my Pisces that carried on, honey, thank you for showing up and doing your damn thing, okay? So now we're going to bring in our co-host because, darling, we have a myriad of things that we're going to get through this evening and all of that, too, because tomorrow, number one, you know we're going to be starting late because we got a game tomorrow, and I'm going to be at the game, coming from the game to come here. we do have a special guest tomorrow, and I got to tell him that we got to come in a little later because I forgot about the game when I booked him. But tomorrow, we're going to have Mr. Jason Panda. He is the proprietor and the owner of B Condoms. He is the only Black-owned condom manufacturer, maker, creator in the world. Okay, so we're going to have him as our guest tomorrow to talk about Black men's health care and carrying on, understanding why the condoms and stuff are made, and that whole thing. And we're gonna hit into some real areas. So tomorrow is going to be one of those sexual health discussions, okay, at the front of the show. Then at the back of the show, we're gonna do a couple other things. Next week, Friday, on the 18th of March, we will have Dr. David Melbranch here with us, and we're going to look at HIV/AIDS, and we're going to look at the healthcare of Black people and where we've come from, what we're going into and carrying on. So we're going to really, 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 really get into this thing, okay? So I want you guys to mark your dates for tomorrow and also the 18th, March 18th, 2022. For those of y'all who are looking at this and we've passed the dates, honey. March 12th, 2022, March 18th, 2022. Come on up in here and do the thing. If it's well after that, honey, y'all look at this in the archives that we're well into whatever part of the year you're in, maybe the next year, wherever you are, and you're looking at this and this is footage. Thank you so much, because we're talking 2022 this year. I'm gonna love to see that 10 years from now. Okay, to timestamp and date some things. You know what I'm saying? What in the world? See, this is how you know, child, that we done got on somebody's radar. Child, the children and the bots, honey, all up in the damn YouTube and stuff, sending all these damn little do-I-diddy things. We got to block all these particular users. Okay. Mr. Naked HD, thank you for your comments and carrying on, honey, but your name is offensive. Well, I can leave you here. Wait a minute. What is it? Online strikes without clothing. I guess that's supposed to be strippers without clothing. Honey, this, you know, I'm not going to differentiate that. We're going to block you too. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to block all that, honey, because this here is ridiculous. You don't know how to come up in here and be cute and act like you got some damn sense, honey. So we're going to get rid of all this old craziness, okay? And there you have it, okay? So now, let's get my co-hosts up in here. We have both of them up in here right now and today. Okay.
Hey, question real quick before we
Answer
start.
real quick.
Are we on my YouTube?
Huh?
Are we on my YouTube?
Yes.
I don't see it.
Yeah, I got the green check. So yeah, you should be there.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So what's going on, people?
Hello.
What's happening? What's happening? You see Cupcake in the background over my shoulder.
Hey, girl.
Okay. Hey, Cupcake. Wait a minute. What you say?
Happy birthday to our road captain.
Is Tony Terry going to sing to you for your birthday? You know what? Tony Groove. Tony does our intro. That's Tony Terry on our intro. Okay. So he gifted me that for my birthday, what, 7-8 years ago, I think it is now. We've been using that. And yes, and I was like, wow, he was, when we first came on the show, he said, wow, he said, okay, I'm gonna do that for you. And he gifted that to me. And I couldn't have paid for that at the time. And you know, I didn't know what to do, what to say, but thank you. And I'm very grateful for it. And he asked me maybe like a few months ago, do I still use it? I said, child, well, who else am I going to use right now? Okay. But that's going to always be in the archives and carrying on because he did that thing. He did the production on it, carrying on, and just, yeah, the way how we did that, he said, okay, I want you to, when y'all, what y'all hear me saying in the background, he made me record that and send it to him. Okay, I want you to say this and then send it to me. So I recorded it and sent it to him. And then, and we had what you have. So, yes, my darlings. So be that as it may. That's my big brother because he got me by 7 years, honey. So, yeah, honey. Okay, yeah. Okay. So, here is what's going on in the world today. We're going to get started because like I said, we got a lot to cover. And I want to start here first because I want to get we need to send up our prayers for strength and recovery to Mr. Deion Sanders.
What's wrong with Showtime?
Deion
Prime
Sanders, my darling,
Prime time, I mean.
he had to have 2 of his toes amputated.
Why? What happened?
Okay, I'm going to read. This is coming from Rolling Out Magazine. This is dated from March 8th, which was a couple of days, 3 days ago. Said it's been a very somber month for the normally flamboyant and irresistible Deion Sanders, the NFL Hall of Famer, who is considered to be the greatest cornerback of all time, announced to his 2 million Instagram fans that he had to have his toes amputated. Sanders, 54, shared the grim news on Tuesday, March 8, 2022, as he previewed the next episode of his Coach Prime documentary with Barstool Sports and SMAC Productions on his social media page. The current head coach of the Jackson State Tigers revealed that the big toe and the second toe on his left foot had to be surgically removed several weeks ago. His foot never recovered from the surgery in fall of 2020, and he had been regulated to wheelchairs, scooters, and crutches. While showing the mangled foot in the video teaser, Sanders said he is in the caption that I endured a lot while I was in the hospital during our historic season, but I'm thankful for God being there to help pull me through, end quote. The digits on his left foot had to be removed despite 8 surgeries. Sanders said he will reveal more about the surgeries and the complications that he went through in the new Coach Prime episode on Barstool's YouTube platform at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if y'all want to find out more, you have to go on YouTube and go to Coach Prime episodes, okay? And that's look for the Barstool's Barstool, BARSTOOL, Barstool platform. Okay, so we want to send up some healing grace to him and carrying on, so that we can make sure that we are, healing energies and things, and peace of mind and comfort and carrying on. Because when you have to take in surgeries and things, and you're not 100%, and there's a change in the body, and you're not able to do what you once used to be able to, that hits very differently. It hits very, 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 very differently. And we want to continue to hold him up so that this doesn't cause any kind of depression, any kind of mishaps or whatever, and we can keep his mind clear. And as he processes it through, we want to be able to make sure that he has the strength to endure it, that he come out on the other side of this to have a testimony that's going to encourage others to continue to stand forth and go on and move on. Okay?
We got something else.
Yeah.
DMX's fiance reveals their son Exodus has stage 3 kidney disease. He's still a little kid.
Oh, wow.
That's
wow. You know what? I always say when God takes somebody out of here, and I always felt that X was gone too soon.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this is why, because he wouldn't have been able to handle this. This particular, he would not have been able to handle.
I don't
this.
think so either. It's
I
some
know
things
so.
that
I know so. After his grandmama passed, he has been nitroglycerin. You shake him up wrong, honey, it's over. Now you talking about his baby.
I still can hear his voice when he sing the song, and he'd be like, Mariella Holloway.
Yeah.
He say her whole name the way he say it.
Yeah.
Just the way he say it.
It grabs your gut. Yeah. So, oh wow. So, all right, children, prayer warriors and carrying on. However you pray, as long as you pray to someone who is positive and going to do the positive things. If you not none of those children who like to touch and agree, and that ain't your thing, I'm not asking you to do it, honey, because if you're not going to do it from the heart, I don't need you to do it at all. You hear? And it's okay. It ain't no judgment here, because that ain't your thing, and that's cool. All right? That's cool. So that there be that. So we want to send up just healing and sending them strength and comfort and love and harmony and wisdom and understanding and peace okay, in their directions and hold them up, y'all. We got to hold them up because even though they may seem to be strong, honey, they're going to need our strength to hold up to continue to move forward. And sometimes we may have to hold them up just to stand there because they may not be able to move. They just need to stand still. You understand? So, yeah. All right.
Yes,
So now,
yes,
having
yes.
said all that, let's just jump ships because we're going to stay in the celebrity realm.
Okay.
And we're going to move on over, honey, because I titled today's show, I Fought the Law and the Law Won. So we're going to go on over here to Jessie.
I'm not suicidal.
Okay.
Why
We're
does
going
fool
over
yell
here to
that out
Jessie.
though? Why?
No, you know what? That there. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna say something. Now we are laughing and we getting a kick out of that line.
Well, he say he not. If you not, why do you feel like you need to scream it out? They trying to say that he is.
Well,
No.
like I told your brother earlier, that he's saying that for a warning because the doggone he's going to take a few butt whoopings once he gets suited up in that orange jumpsuit and get behind that wall. Them people up in there, they ain't going home. Oh, they gonna handle their business.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure they're gonna put him in PC.
They do right. Yeah, they are because
they're gonna have to. It's too high profile.
Here's where
you already know my stance on it. I still think. Listen, me and Meech, we think a whole lot different than everybody else.
Yeah, because I still think he was set up.
I do too.
There's a piece in this, and I know what it looks like, and y'all can call us crazy if you want to, because that motherfucker lied and blah blah blah. Because everything is there, and it appears that way, and on the surface, you're damn right. However, there are pieces to this damn thing missing. There are pieces missing. And
for me, he's just a better actor than that.
Yeah,
he could have did that way better and way different. And he's been doing it since with them all them little SMOLLET kids all been acting since they came out the womb. I know Journey somewhere probably like this some bullshit.
I know, and that there is that. So I still say there's a piece in here, which is why him saying I'm not suicidal and carrying on, because whoever the setup is, whatever's finna go on behind these walls.
I don't know why my spirit is telling me, and I could be wrong. I ain't gonna say nobody's name.
But, I ain't got no money for no slander. I'm gonna have to say allegedly because this is
okay. Allegedly, I think Miss Daniels got something to do.
Hello. I've been saying that from the jump.
I think his shady ass. He's a shady ass.
Girl, listen. I'm gonna tell you this, and this is how I came to my conclusion. And again, it's just speculation. I have no proof. Y'all, you can't go look it up no damn well because there's nothing.
Yes, we are saying allegedly. Do we need to get like Maddie and hold up allegedly sign?
Okay, no. What I would have. No, we ain't got to hold it up. I'm gonna run it across. I'm gonna make it as
a banners, allegedly banners. This is just alleged.
Allegedly.
This is alleged in our opinions. This is our opinion. We ain't saying it.
Who gonna sue you?
Shit.
You know what? Hell, they came for Tasha K, honey. So, you know, we podcast.
Tasha K deserved it though.
But she did. Okay.
She definitely deserved it. Because she know that she flat up make up lies about people. She don't say this my opinion or nothing. This bitch just say this was happening. Listen, and Cardi was not with the shit. She like, okay, bitch, well, this was happening. Okay.
Okay.
So I don't know where you gonna get that $4 million from, Tasha K, but you better that insurance, that YouTube insurance better be real good.
Okay. Okay, wait.
And then she got nerve to be on the air all the time, talking about some people interviewing her, asking her what she gonna do. She said, well, I ain't got it.
Yeah, and that was tongue in cheek, okay. But
yeah, I know she was just playing, but you know how people take sound bites,
and that's exactly
and they will take them sound bites in the courtroom.
That's exactly what happened. That's how that became a story. But when Tasha K said she ain't got it, and I'm like, listen to the context of what she did.
Yeah, if you watch the whole thing, she's just playing. Because
playing.
Afterwards, she says, you know, we got insurances and stuff like that put in place. So, but all it'll take is for, you know, those judges and stuff don't be watching all this kind of stuff. You get the right lawyers to come in there with the right soundbite, They'd be like, "Oh, you making fun of the law."
Here is why my opinion is this, and this is how I derive to this particular thought. Now, allegedly, there was some smoke that Lee was attracted to Jussie at one point, or that there was this whole big old thing about that. Okay. Now I don't know what the hell that is, but okay, it could be something because Jussie is an attractive, little yellow boy or whatever, so that's cute. But here's where it was. When all of this first started, Lee was right on board with it. Oh my God, this is my son. This is blah, 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 blah. Okay. Then all of a sudden he jumped ship. Nobody else jumped ship. What they did was stop commenting, right? We're going to let this happen. We're going to stop commenting because that's our family.
That's our family.
Taraji, Terrence, everybody else said, no comment at this moment. We just going to let it roll. And that's family. Okay, we behind him because that's family. That's all they said. This motherfucker, he distanced himself. He then went on the thing, was like, oh my God, how would he do something like this? And blah, 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 playing that goddamn card. Now, on top of that, what he ended up doing, did y'all remember Miss Super Bitch, the little bitch that was backflipping in the pumps and carrying on?
Yes. Because that flipped me out when they first did it. I was on. Listen.
Okay. She, doing her interpretation of Catwoman and shit. And that's cute. Well, remember, Lee had said, I found my superhero, my first gay superhero. Well, that was on Miss Thing. She was supposed to be doing a project with her. Now, we don't know where that's coming because she made it viral that she done met little Miss Thing, honey. Oh, I'm super bitch. And all, she flossing.
Okay.
Where she's young, okay, and now she had become the new it thing, right? We don't know what the hell happened because everything else went dead. Now, if anything is true about the rumor that he was liking Jussie and this, that, and the other,
yeah.
Jussie had a lover, remember?
I never really knew nothing about his personal stuff.
Jussie had a husband. Okay, and this, that, and the third. So whatever this is, there was shit on the table talking about something. He was getting death threats and this, that, and the other. They were trying to say, "Oh, he did that because he was trying to get more money out of the show," and they didn't jump to it and this, that, and the other. Somebody got mad. I'm telling you, somebody got mad.
That's what it sounded like to me. I was like, "This just don't sound right," and I just don't see him being. Publicity stunts, yes, they have them all the time, but not them being that sloppy.
Right. And then on top of it, everything with this damn thing here, okay, it doesn't make sense.
Something don't smell right. Something don't smell right.
I've always said that this was possibly a working scene, a possible script that they were trying to write out or whatever.
Yeah, somebody else was saying, Keisha was talking about something. If you wanted to just do this, you should have just wrote a script. Y'all know my daughter's petty as shit.
But I say that they were trying to. I say that something in this was a tester that went too far. That went too far because
I didn't even think about that.
It went too far because somebody got pissed.
Right. Ooh.
And now we done went here. And now all the evidence is that Jussie. And now he the one taking the fall and saying, you made it up, you did this, you did this, you did this. Because like I keep saying, the two African, how is it? Because they never explained this to me. You have video footage, so you say, of two guys who did not have a face. Y'all couldn't make no identification on those guys. And you said that you didn't have no other footage. You had no other cameras. Okay. You had no other cameras. So if you didn't have any other cameras, how did you make a positive ID on those boys so quickly? Because not only did you make a positive ID, y'all went and found where they stayed. Y'all went and found their whereabouts or how they going through.
Well, they said, and then they said they had them at the Walmart. Remember they showed that footage of
Yes, and they talking about
America great
and how
again.
did that look? Because every time I look at that, I'm like, that doesn't even look like a regular damn purchase. They look like that was a setup. That looked like they just came up there and have all this shit that's gonna put it down on the counter. That didn't
It
even.
just all sounds fishy to me. Like it just don't make sense.
It never made sense to me. But everybody was like, "Bitch, you lied." And how about this? How about this?
You lie. Okay.
I'm mad at it, and I'm not mad at everybody who came to that conclusion, and I'm not mad at
me
anybody
either.
who
I just don't feel like something is right about it all.
There's pieces missing. There's pieces missing because the part that gets me is when they went up in that boy's house and they found Empire scripts. And you and I both know we're directors and we've been on sets. Background actors do not get full scripts.
You sure don't. You get your parts. That's it.
You don't get full script.
You get the pages that you want.
Okay, you get sides. They have full scripts, and not one. They had a couple of scripts in the house. How convenient was that? No, this was no. There's pieces missing, honey. There's pieces missing, and Jesse was made to take this hit.
My whole thing is, and meanwhile, while everybody all in the
hey, do you think Jesse going inside to learn, to study?
Could be. Wait a minute. Yeah, but how about it? Now you talking about publicity stunt? Who he gonna play? Who would he come out to play? Now let's look at that real seriously because I'm looking at his skin complexion, and we got okay. Where's my research department? I need y'all to go in. Let's look at any black gay person who was in prison, maybe wrongfully in prison, maybe was a freedom fighter or something. Let's look to see who he lined up with, because I bet you down to donuts if you got any truth to that statement there. When he come out of all this and it dies down, he probably gonna do that person's story as a biopic.
But listen, everybody all in the uproar about Jesse lying. Meanwhile, remember this damn cop bitch don't really have to go to jail for killing that boy. That's all I'm gonna say.
How about and then too, this here, when you talking about retaliation, how is it that Chicago Police Department they get that in retaliation because they had egg on their face? Because the citizens of Chicago sat there and said, "Bitches, how dare you put this celebrity in front of all these shit? How in the fuck you spend and mad because you spent $130,000 in resources to sit down there and turn around this motherfucking case when my baby is a cold case for 5 months? Y'all did this in less than a month's time."
That's the part that I don't understand. And everybody want to be talking about. Oh my God, he lied. Well, bitch, somebody else died all over the place.
Right. Nobody is looking at that part. And then I'm gonna tell you what the other thing that's pissing me off is the fact that you got this goddamn lesbian bitch as a goddamn mayor there.
Woo, did you see her statements and stuff?
Hello.
Oh, she was.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute, baby. Let me read y'all what the judge said, because the judge, let me read this. Let me read this, children. Because this is coming from CNN, okay? CNN. All right? And this is dated for Friday, March 11th. I'm going to take it from the top. Former Empire actor Jussie Smollett was sentenced Thursday to 30 months of felony probation, including 150 days in jail, in order to pay restitution of more than $120,000 and a $25,000 fine for making false reports to police that he was the victim of a hate crime in January 2019. Okay? After the judge announced his sentence, Smollett lowered his face mask and said he was innocent. Quote, "Your Honor, I respect you and I respect the jury, but I did not do this." End quote. The actor told the judge before turning to the court, quote, "And I am not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself. And you must all know that," end quote. Just before he was taken into custody, the actor yelled again that he was innocent and raised his fist in the air because he gave the Black Power sign.
Hey.
Cook County Judge James Lynn spoke for more than 30 minutes before announcing Smollett's sentence, telling the actor that he wrote the script and picked the actors for the hoax, and that his premeditation for the act was a, quote, aggravated factor in this case. Quote, there is a side of you that has this arrogance and selfishness and narcissism that's just disgraceful, the judge said. Quote, you are not a victim of a racial hate crime. You are not a victim of a homophobic hate crime. You are just a charlatan pretending to be a victim of a hate crime, and that's shameful, end quote. The judge ordered Smollett to be held in protective custody by Mr. Smollett's request and this court's recommendation, according to the court documents obtained by CNN. On Friday, the actor was being housed, quote, in his own cell, which is monitored by security cameras in the cell and by an officer wearing a body-worn camera who was stationed at the entrance of the cell to ensure that Mr. Smollett is under direct observation at all times. The Cook County Sheriff's Office said. The officer. Wait a minute.
Wait. They're gonna monitor him like that?
Yes.
You heard that? He won't be able. Okay, but then he won't be able to enjoy the environment. It's like I was just telling Pastor Ken. He's going to Golden Corral.
You shut up. You know, I ain't even got no time.
There's a plethora of things on the menu.
I am not going to. I ain't got no time.
I do mean things.
I'm not. Nope.
He had a lot of things on the menu. That's why he wanted to go. I'm just saying. Okay.
No.
Do you want to go to where they specialize in burgers, or do you want to go where you have a choice of everything?
Not a smorgasbord. Okay. The Golden.
If you're a rainbow kid, you want Skittles. Taste the rainbow. You
Meanwhile, Candace Clark in Chicago keeps scamming every goddamn body, and they keep letting her go out on probation. Let's just talk about that bullshit.
Well, hold on. Let me finish this.
Go ahead, finish the quote.
I'm not going to look at
this
him.
Fool, you already know.
I'm not looking at him. I'm not looking at him.
Why do y'all always act like I'm saying something wrong? I only say what America wants to hear. That's what they're thinking.
Who told you that?
Wait a minute.
Okay. I need to know how many boots Candace had to polish to get in her position each time she was in a position.
The office stressed Smollett was not being held in solitary confinement, noting that he is entitled to, quote, substantial time out of his cell and is able to use a telephone, watch TV, and interact with staff.
Why with staff? If he can't interact with the fellas, he's on there.
He asked for protective custody.
No, his lawyers did. Okay,
but his lawyers ain't do it without him. I know they discussed it with him.
I'm sure they did, but listen.
So what did he do? Why? Like, who you going into jail and immediately you done something for you ain't even made it to the building yet, and you know you need a protective custody. What have you done?
He's a celebrity. A lot of high-profile celebrities go in protective custody. They put a lot of times they just put him there.
You know what? I hear what you're saying, and I know who he is. But this nigga ain't Denzel. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't care what nobody say. You know what I'm saying? He might be Denzel's deli sandwich, but he ain't Denzel's steak. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Listen.
You know, that nigga might go to Maggiano's, but ain't nobody coming back cooking a 5-star meal at his house. I ain't.
Oh, stop now.
If it is, doggone, he got to do another pilot. I mean, come on, bro. Come on. I ain't feeling that. I ain't feeling that at all. That he high profile. He's somebody. You know what's high profile is the way they did it in the media. He high profile now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because they made such a big deal out of it.
But before that, if you line up 100 people across America, before they made a big deal out of this case, line up 100 people and say, "Hey, Jussie Smollett going to jail." 98 of them gonna say, "Who?"
And then they gonna say, watch Empire.
And then they gonna say,
they watched it.
Then they gonna say, The little gay boy from Empire. Oh,
I was getting ready to, the boys locked up watch Empire. You can bet your
I know
money
because
on
they
it.
waiting on them. They want to cut a record.
I just dropped my head. You hear
Hey,
me?
You drop your head. He better drop his mic.
But better the mic than the soap, child. But then again, well, never mind. Let me
Well,
go
they
to
do
the
have a sign on the wall that says "slippery when wet."
Okay, but soap burns anyway.
You know what? Thank you for that piece of information.
Hey, bro.
Hey, Charlie.
You started this shit. That's exactly what you get.
Right. Okay. It is sad, Jan. Okay. Hey, Charles.
Hey, Charles.
Just
hey, Avery.
did not think that stunt through. Okay. Poor planet. I don't believe that's just it, Avery. I don't believe that he thought it. That's just it.
Yeah.
It wasn't his. Go to jail. Go to jail with assured that he has firsthand experience. Okay.
Yep.
That cop bitch should be placed under the jail. Exactly.
Thank you. But
Exactly.
meanwhile, the United States in the uproar about goddamn Jussie.
You all have got to.
Yes, Princess. They locked that ass up today.
But see, they locked.
The guys in prison are not his type. Maybe I don't think so.
I don't think
so. Hey,
so.
wait a minute, Nikki. What'd you say? They locked that what up?
You heard me.
They locked that ass up, honey.
They locked that ass up.
Hello, David. How are you, honey? If Empire had stayed on the air, this would have never happened. You know what? No, here's where it is. Here is where it is. Because it ended up going off the air because this had happened.
Yeah, it went off because of it.
Okay, because they couldn't pull it, they couldn't come out of what's going on because they tried to save the show by writing his character out.
Mm-hmm.
But no, they should have used it. They should have used that to what it was. They should have used that and talked about it. Honey, that would have been lovely for Cookie and Lucius. Consider that Lucius was anti-gay anyway.
Right.
You know, that would have been some motherfucker, that would have been the storyline of storylines, child. Okay. However, this is another reason why I say that, in my opinion, I think Lee knows something more about this than what he's telling and what he's gonna get into. Okay, because right after hiding all of this, Empire, see, I'm gonna tell you. Now y'all know 50 is petty as fuck.
Oh yeah, because you know Empire and Power was going
neck and neck. Now what I come to here's the read. The read is, nigga, you sit up here and was dumping on Lee for having all this gay shit, but nigga, here you go over here at Ghost 2 and carrying on. You got all kinds of gay, they gay fucking and all that shit over here in Power and Ghost 2.
I ain't never.
I ain't seen the third.
I haven't watched.
Well, the problem is the problem is well, it's not a problem per se, obviously, because it's all over every show. Okay, the thing is everybody was trying to catch on to the new thing and how far the doggone the FCC was letting you go. The envelope got to the point where you can push it further when it comes to homosexuality in the television shows. You know, because it used to be you can doggone say something to make you think about it and know that it was there, but now you can actually.
It was a double entendre, right?
There, so. Everybody was trying to catch it. Once somebody dropped the ball and was like, yo, they went all the way there, everybody wanted to write it into their shows.
Yeah.
You know, and here's another thing to think about Lee, you guys. So not only did Empire go off, but Star was amazing and it just abruptly stopped.
Yes,
there's some shit going on.
Yeah.
With Mr. Daniels. I don't know why.
Right.
Why? Because even if Fox didn't want Star, Netflix,
somebody else would have picked it up. Exactly.
Somebody won it.
They could have picked it up.
Because the way it went off.
Did he get caught in the puffy room at one of them parties?
No.
Adam,
I'm just saying he might have went got him a shot of Ciroc.
Eve up there. What you had said to her?
He might have went got a shot of Ciroc. They say once you go in that room, you never come back the same. All you can remember the last words was take that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Not the can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. Yeah.
Eve, what you have said,
I'm not, wait a minute. I'll take an.
I'm just saying, bad boy.
Take that.
Anywho,
you see the people from
do a lot. They do a lot.
Y'all seen Freddie P? He been going off on that ass the last few days.
Okay, David is okay. He hollered. Okay.
Usually I'll be with his foolishness, but he right about that one.
I can't. We can listen. Hey, and I was making the point that 50 being as petty as he is, came for Lee. You know, before he started with all his shit, was like, damn, that's the fucked up shit because you got all this gay shit here, gay shit there, blah 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 blah, and then turn around and do it. And then he turned around and do it.
But that's his MO.
But what did they say, Nick?
This to Ja Rule, remember?
Yeah, same.
He talks shit about Ja Rule. That sing rapping. What the fuck you turn around and do? Sing rap. Motherfucker, I don't give a fuck about what you talk about. I love 50 on TV, but I'm Ja Rule all day when it comes to that motherfucker music. You kiss my ass.
And he talked all that stuff about gay this and gay that, you know what I'm saying? And then turn around and did it. You know what he fall under? He fall under the doggone nutritional value way of world. You are what you eat. You know what I'm saying?
What else y'all had said? That's the serpent going through what?
Don't ask me if you don't want to know. Don't ask me if you don't want to know.
Okay. So all right, that's enough for Jessie, honey. We're gonna get off of
Hey,
Jessie.
did y'all notice tonight? Did y'all notice? Huh?
What?
I done went upside everybody's head the way I should go upside their head, and I didn't say one profane word.
Look at God.
Look at him.
That's so nice because I'm gonna keep cussing. We gonna absorb it all for you.
I know, yeah. I just know I'm just working on that. You know, they said cussing like a
That's
sailor.
Good though.
I am a sailor.
You know that they say the people that cuss are the most intelligent.
Hey.
That's why I got.
Yeah, that's true.
Look, that's why
they used to say the people who cuss
was
don't.
Ignorant.
Yeah. They were ignorant. And they don't have vocabulary. But what it is, after you get a degree, as all of us have,
I got to.
But what it is after you do that, people cuss because they're afraid to say a word
that somebody might not understand.
That prolificates a level of education that they wouldn't seem to understand. So anybody wants to figure out
you can't sit up there and talk over their head because then it ain't a read. Okay. Right, Avery. Right, Avery, because we were gonna go there.
All that time he's in.
I was gonna go there because here's the read on that. I was just talking about this today. Because for Damon Dash to clock this thing at a Ross concert. Now, number one,
he keep on forgetting. Remember, that's why Dame and Jay-Z things start splitting up because Dame's still street.
Right.
Dame rolled up on that ass.
The thing of it was because we know him to be so street. For you to be at a Ross concert, bitch, was saying something. I'm like, wait a minute, you at Ross's concert and Clock walked up on Miss Lee, honey. I'm like, bitch, where my money?
They said, oh, he's down at the Diana Ross concert right now. Dame said he where?
Right. And showed up at
I'm
Ross's
gonna meet you
concert.
where you at, sir.
Now, if y'all, I forget what song she in, but you clearly hear Ross in the background singing.
She was at Lee was at the Diana Ross concert.
And Lee trying to talk you. So can we talk about this later?
No, because it's been years. Why you do that to that man?
Yeah, it's been years, and I got to come search you down. Like, we talk about it later.
Yeah, like I got kids and shit to feed too.
You know,
you blowing up. I invested in you when you ain't had shit, and ain't nobody know who the fuck you were.
You were, and carrying on, and you ain't even came by and listen. Can I do a down payment or whatever?
Can we do some deals together? Come on, Dame. Let me help you with some of those things.
It's going. You know how we always say it's all gonna come out
in the wash.
It's gonna come out in the wash. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, you know, hey, Mr. Smollett is picking up all his ramen noodles and his honey buns right now, and so this
they have been ordered, honey.
Yeah, so
he ain't gonna be
he
there.
might, he probably be able to get the ones with the frosting on it. I just hope there's no Snicker bar on his pillow when he get there. You know what I'm saying? So he knows not to eat it.
You know what? Chocolate is amazing.
I'm gonna talk to this little black angel I got in this
okay.
Y'all see this little black angel I got in here? I'm just talking.
So chocolate is ownership once you eat the Snicker. You know what I'm saying?
Hello. Or the Three Musketeers, honey.
Not with the nougat.
Yeah.
Not the nougat.
And if you're in the right prison, it'll be a Kit Kat.
Hot damn.
Break me off a piece, honey.
Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar sugar.
Jussie, you better stay your ass in that damn cell.
Well, that's why they got that. They gonna have him under surveillance.
Stay your ass in that damn cell.
They want to see how big his dick is. They gonna clock every time he jack. They gonna clock all of that, honey. So yeah, it's all for research purposes only.
This world is crazy.
Okay. Now staying in the realm of celebrities, honey.
Okay.
Let's send him
don't forget that lady name I said too. That scammer in the Shy. Red. We need a code said. Do Uncle Red know her?
Listen. And we trying to understand how the fuck this motherfucker keep getting around everything. Now listen here, nigga. You about to get on my nerves.
Who?
This naked motherfucker. I think he's going on everybody's page because I blocked him on one page. And I think
he on pages. He on mine?
He must have went to mine.
He on Red. Who page is he on?
He on something. I don't know. It doesn't tell me. It just says he on YouTube. I keep blocking him, but then he keeps popping up.
Let me see.
Okay.
Is he saying? Is he being improper?
The name, honey. He just sitting up there with. No, I just don't feel all that shit today.
He being a troll. That's what he is.
Right.
He being a troll.
Okay. So here we are, y'all.
Wait, what's the name?
Naked HD XYZ online strips without clothing.
They saying I done deleted stuff. I ain't delete. Oh, you must be.
No, I'm doing it over here.
But I got a LaKenya Shaquan Williams.
No.
It says it's been hidden.
Okay. Maybe so.
Maya Sam.
Where are you finding
that? If they say hidden, it's because I'm hitting them over here.
If they're in your room, you'll see it as soon as you tap on your room.
Maya Sam was blocked. Rita, Costina, Teaser. Yeah, I done blocked them.
Okay, they was all spam.
Yeah.
Okay. If they're in your room, you'll see it as soon as you tap on your room.
Maya Sam was blocked. Rita,
Costina. That's red. Okay. That's red.
Rita Costina.
They was all spam.
Yeah, what's this? What you got? Megan 5 Sydney something?
I saw that. Yeah.
We being spammed. Just cut your other device down over it.
I got you. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, we being spammed. I don't.
Yeah, I'm sick of these children. Okay. Anywho.
Okay, who next?
Flattered. Now go play with somebody else.
Go play in traffic for real. I don't care.
Okay. We got. Is it Bank of America yet a goddamn again?
Listen, don't be locking up. And see, anybody who knows where we're about to go with this story, please understand we cannot be mad at the police at this one. You cannot, and I'm gonna tell you why. If a bank calls in a bank robbery in progress, the officers have to come the way that they came.
I wasn't mad at the police. I'm mad at the bank.
Because you know how people gonna always be like, oh, they black cop.
No.
This wasn't on the cops. This was on the bank. A bank you've been doing business with for 15 years. And the same process in every Bank of America. If y'all don't know, we talk about Ryan Coogler, Black Panthers director. He went into an Atlanta Bank of America. After showing his ID, going into
he showed his ID, this, that, and the other.
Put your card in.
You
have to put your card in. He tells them on a note, I want to take this amount. It was $15,000 out of my account. Can you please count it in the back?
Be discreet.
Please be discreet. So this heifer just automatically assumed it was a bank robbery note. Who the fuck is he robbing? Himself? He's in his own account, heifer.
that you just verified with his ID.
You just verified with his ID.
And if you had questions about it, why didn't you call the manager over there?
Oh my God. Tell me this.
So they came in, put him in cuffs, yanked the people that was in his car out the car, put them in cuffs. He telling the cop, just look at my ID, because he clearly probably was on a set because he had one of them IDs that had the string pulled on it.
Right.
So I'm sure he's filming because he's here in Atlanta, whatever. They said, well, couldn't you just tell him? Because the cop said, I understand what you're saying, but couldn't you just tell him? He said, the way the world is today, I always do it like this to not call attention to myself.
Right.
Because I'm here in Atlanta. Because, baby, when I first seen it, I said, oh, shit, he here. I seen the Fulton County. I seen the APD cars. I said, oh, he in Atlanta. Look, he in Atlanta. As the little girl liked to tell everybody what's not Atlanta. He was in Atlanta.
And she just got to the planet. Go ahead.
Okay. So, he said, I just for security purposes, I asked them not to count the money out. He said, I've been doing the same thing with this same bank for years.
Bitch, you ain't. Wait a minute. Bitch.
Oh, shit. What happened?
Wait a minute. Let me read this. I'm going to start from the top. This is coming from the New York Times. Okay. Bitch, I'm going to beat. Oh, God, I want to beat her ass.
Oh, Lord.
Data from March 9th. Bank of America has apologized to the director, Ryan Coogler, after he was assumed to be a bank robber and briefly handcuffed by the police while trying to withdraw money from a branch in Atlanta in January.
No, ma'am.
Mr. Coogler, best known for directing Black Panther, had handed the teller a withdrawal slip on January 7th asking for more than $10,000, with a note on the back asking her to be discreet when handling the cash, according to a police report. Mr. Coogler also had his California state ID, as well as the Bank of America card when he approached the teller. Both Mr. Coogler and the teller are Black. The teller, quote, received an alert notification, end quote, from Mr. Coogler's account and quickly advised her manager that he was trying to rob the bank branch in the Buckhead section of Atlanta, the police report states. The police were called, and when they arrived, they found an SUV parked in front of the bank. The driver identified Mr. Coogler as a movie producer and said he was waiting for Mr. Coogler while he was making a transaction inside the bank. A woman who was a passenger in the SUV gave the same information. The officers were given a description of Mr. Coogler that matched the description of the man who was reported to have been trying to rob the bank, police said. The officer said they detained the driver and passenger and placed them in the patrol car. They then removed Mr. Coogler from the bank in handcuffs and determined that he was not a bank robber, according to the police report. The police confirmed that the episode resulted from a, quote, mistake by Bank of America and that Mr. Coogler was never in the wrong, end quote, according to the report, which adds that Mr. Coogler was immediately taken out of handcuffs and that the two others were taken out of the patrol car. All three were, quote, given an explanation of the incident, as well as an apology for the mistake by the Bank of America, end quote, the report says. In body camera video released by police, Mr. Coogler was shown sitting handcuffed in the back of a police car. He explained that he had been withdrawing money to pay a medical assistant who works for his family. He said that he had passed a note asking for a discreet withdrawal because he doesn't feel safe when he withdraws cash to pay her and has to wait as the bills are passed through the counting machine. Mm-hmm. Quote, I'm trying to get money out of my own account, end quote, he told the police in the video. The teller, quote, never said it was a problem, end quote, Mr. Coogler said, adding that he used his bank card and pen and had given her his ID. Mr. Coogler, who was wearing a cap, sunglasses, and a mask, said that he was waiting for her to bring his money when he heard the sounds of guns being taken out of their holsters as the police arrived. Quote, she got scared when a Black dude handed her a note, Mr. Coogler said. I don't know what else to say, he added. If she was scared, she got to admit that. In a separate video released by the police, the teller told investigators that Mr. Coogler kept pointing at the note, and even though he handed her his ID, quote, her stomach started turning, end quote. On her computer, the withdrawal was flagged as a high-risk transaction.
Because it's over $10,000.
$10,000, okay? She said. She told her manager, I don't feel comfortable about this transaction, end quote. The manager suggested that they talked to the customer, but she worried that he might have a gun, she said. So she called 911. She added that, as a pregnant woman, I had to protect myself and to protect my child.
I don't want to hear all that.
You felt like something was wrong with the transaction. Now your manager's already, you talked to your manager already.
Your manager, wait a minute, hold on, let me solo. Bitch, let me tell you something real quick, like, okay? Number one, bitch, you in motherfucking Buckhead, okay? Ain't nobody bold enough to come up in Buckhead to rob no goddamn bank in the daytime hours like that your stomach got a little twizzle in it. Bitch, that was the baby kicking. Number one, since you claimed you pregnant. Number two, if you was that goddamn worried about your unborn child and carrying on, why didn't you turn it over to the manager and take your ass to the back of the goddamn bank to be out of harm's way if you was that motherfucking scared? Bitch, don't give me that. Do not give me that up in here today. That's the part that, oh, as a pregnant woman, I have a right to protect my unborn child. Fuck you, ho. Fuck you. Goddamn hell that you come from. Because, bitch, regardless of all that there, you just said something to be cute up here on this goddamn.
First of all, she didn't follow what her manager told her to do. So, bitch, you should be fired.
And that's the other thing.
About you being pregnant.
Right. The manager said, let's talk to him. Oh, he might have a gun. Then she just said, you the manager, you talk to him, I'm going to the back.
Yeah, even if you got a bad feeling about it, you talk to him.
You talk to him. I don't need this. I put it in your hand because this is above my pay grade.
Because at the bank, just like everywhere else, when they need to check your ID, what they say at the airport and stuff, can you pull your mask down?
Right, because you got to look at the
glasses off, pull your mask down.
And I'm sure, wait a minute. And here's the other thing. If you did not do that, hooker,
then that's your fault.
Then that's on you again. So here we go. We wrong. So did
fired.
You the bitch. No, I won't say fired. What I will say, bitch, you need some time off. I would suspend her for a few days.
She do need to be, because you first of all didn't follow the instructions of your manager.
Insubordination.
You profiled a prominent member of that bank.
Right.
Okay, for him to come in there and ask for $15,000, he got plenty of money in that bank.
And here's the other thing.
And which he probably pull out of all of it.
Wait a minute. Here's the thing, because see, what we do know about banks is this. Every bank, honey, they will insure up to $250,000 in your account.
Right.
Okay. Now, everybody knows, honey, over a certain amount, it becomes a red flag because for the most part, banks will not have that kind of money in the bank.
In the branch.
It's
you have to call ahead and let them know.
Ahead so that they can sit up there and do that, right? So him coming up in here saying be discreet and carrying on, he knew it was going to take some time because they got to count it. Didn't he? He said,
and he didn't want the money counters counting it. That's what he was saying. Because you're going to hear all that money going through that damn thing.
Exactly. And I'm in here incognito.
Girl, you need to be working in the office helping people open up accounts.
I'm not buying that. And then I need to know how long she's been working there.
Right, because this is just,
I don't care if it was 6 months. If it's 6 months or I don't care. You've been in finances a little too long.
Now, but look what you just did to another black man. Look what you just did. You done traumatized this man because every time a police pulls out their weapons and stuff on a black man, he don't know if he gonna make it home. Because some overzealous cop came in there, and it wasn't the cops that came in there with a cool head.
Right.
But just from clicking of them damn guns, because if you watch the clip,
You know, I got an open phone. I got an open phone line. I guess this was earlier. They was asking about something about the tossing the salad at the jail thing. I'm just saying, it wasn't me. Somebody else asked that.
You know what? You old hateful.
No, it wasn't me. I'm just.
Who was on the phone? Call them out. No, call them out since they want comments, because I'll answer.
I know her husband a pastor, though. I don't know why she asked that.
Uh-huh. I'll answer. If they want to answer, we'll answer. If they really want to answer, but you know you got the right one, baby. Uh-huh.
What? You hateful ass. The Lord ain't through with him yet, y'all.
I'm just reading the comments.
He's still being working.
I can't make this up. I just happened to look over and I seen, I was like, so they was really trying to figure out who was going to toss the man salad.
Okay.
Huh?
Right, Tia.
I'm going to come down there and slap that bitch.
Come on, princess, because we need to all go into that branch.
Slap the shit out of her. No, ma'am. No, exactly. Okay, no.
And then you want to throw the pregnancy card, bitch.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Go ahead.
That is a major profiling lawsuit.
Yup.
This is the fact that the temporary detainment alone, all of them just can go crazy PTSD if they feel like it.
Yup.
Exactly.
Because like at the state that we in.
Right.
You put two people sitting outside waiting on somebody. They don't know what's going on. You put them in a patrol car.
But picture this though, Red. His back is to the cops. He's still looking over at the teller, and all you hear is
click. Right.
You don't know if somebody that came in there to rob the damn bank because you sure as hell did.
Right.
Now that would be hilarious if they had audio and video, and the guns go to clicking, and they be like, "Oh Lord, it's a robbery," and like the person they in there say that.
Right.
What the girl say? Oh Lord,
video,
it's a robbery.
When you see the video, man, I got scared. I was like, wait a damn minute.
Right.
But I'm just saying, could you imagine having audio and video
of him saying, "Oh shit, we getting robbed."
Saying, "Oh, we getting robbed."
When nigga know they coming for you because they think you the one robbing it.
That was
like that shit is so messed up on so many levels.
Well, you know what? I'm glad. You know what? Let me ask you this. How about this? Deputy Scandal. Hello? Deputy Scandal, how do you feel about that situation?
About what?
The bank robbery situation. There's a director with a prominent director, plenty of money, goes into Bank of America. He gives him a note because he wants him to be discreet because he needs
on the
more
back of his withdrawal slip, mind you.
On the back of his withdrawal slip, after his ID and his bank card has been shown, and saying to prove who you are,
verified.
So he's been verified, and then the lady doggone goes into this nervous thing because he wrote on the back of his withdrawal that can you be discreet about the money there because he was nervous about where he was at. He's not from Buckhead or nothing, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
and
I mean, he didn't say anything about robbing. He gave identification.
Yeah, all that was done before that.
Tell her what amount of money that he wanted out of the account, and told her to be discreet because he didn't want her counting that money out so anybody else could see.
Exactly.
It's kind of common sense.
But they turned around and deemed it a bank robbery. They deemed it a bank robbery. So now the two people that's waiting on you in your SUV outside, the driver and a friend, has been detained before they came inside. And then they come in full drawn, cocking pistols and everything behind you while you standing in the teller. And you hear all the pistols. You turn around and look like, what's going on? Like, shit.
Well, the only thing I can say is I hope Bank of America got money like they say they do. They gonna need it.
Well,
and there you have it.
Well, here's the thing.
Right now, you basically just picked out a black man. He didn't say he was robbing it. He just told you. He gave you identification, told you the withdrawal of what he wanted out of the account.
And she verified it.
Told you to be discreet about it because if he's in Buckhead, he's heard about the reputation of Buckhead being you can get robbed. So he wanted her to basically count the money out discreetly. Don't count it out like they normally do, where everybody can see you, what you getting, and be planning on robbing you, exiting the door. So what he did was common sense. What she did was overreact. And basically, she put herself in harm's way. Because I know Bank of America, they ruthless. Bank of America gonna take a hit. They gonna sell it out of court. They gonna take a little hit, but she gonna probably be looking for a job.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's what it is, because now this happened back in January.
Yeah, we just hearing about it yesterday.
Hearing about it now.
Yesterday.
And so Ryan has already said, you know, that the bank and him have come to an understandable agreement, and he's fine with it. He accepted it, and they moved on. Okay, it's now a story because media done got a hold of it and this, that, and other. That's all that's been playing all for the last 30
Yeah, because they didn't air it till yesterday morning.
Can we use basic English? Bank of America just gave him some money. It made him happy. The thing has been squashed, but because of the humiliation that he took by having handcuffs placed on him for something that he did not do, they had to settle that completely and made sure it did not get the way it hit. They just quietly
Wait a minute.
Make sure he didn't do nothing else.
Right.
Catch the stunt, bitch. And if it come out this way, I'm gonna be so happy. He's a movie producer and a director, bitch. If they end up becoming a sponsor of one of the next films,
you never know.
Bitch.
All you gotta do is look for product placement.
Exactly.
Look for product placement. If you see Bank of America sign in any Ryan Coogler fit, they paid.
Oh yeah, they probably paid plenty money. He probably paid for the next film. He probably said, "Well, I got this script and I got nobody to invest. Can you put this 5.5, 20 million or 40 million? Can you do that right there? We can get this right."
Good evening, Louise, honey. Because that'll be a twofold. That will save your reputation, honey. That'll reclaim mine, honey, and that'll put you back in the fight.
Let my people know that I'm okay with y'all.
All of us right here got media degrees. Or here's the other slick part, because you know how I get down. Or he get exclusive rights to writing the script to the situation that happened and how it went down, and make a movie. Out of the entire,
because they can make a movie around that, or at least make a movie where that scene takes precedence on how something else, how the things will trickle down after.
Right.
They can make a full movie.
Don't get me started. I'll be in here writing it.
Okay, girl. Ooh. I'm hollering. Okay.
So they really opened up a door that financially gonna break them. When it comes to that, their little heart's gonna be broke.
Okay, wait a minute. What we got here, Trent says Jesse's first mistake was thinking Black America had his back. In order to be fully valued in Black America, you must be Black, heterosexual, and cisgender. Had he been that, he would have been believed and defended without question. But Jesse, guilty or innocent, this was a victimless crime. Black people have no code. Gay Black people have no code.
Well, I'm with him. I've always had his back from the beginning. So,
okay.
There's a whole lot of people finna have his back.
Shut up.
And on camera. Now, listen. Now, that's gonna be cute. They're gonna make a point in the damn thing, honey. Because if he gonna be under that kind of surveillance.
Oh God.
Anywho, what?
Wow.
Who's next?
What
now? Look.
Jan, what the hell you put up here? North Carolina students held slave auction at school, mom says.
I know, hell, you lying.
Girl, Wait a minute. I got to hit that
I'm about
link.
to look it up.
See, we're gonna go to commercial because damn it, you ain't gonna do that.
Go to commercial.
Go to commercial.
You ain't gonna do that. No, hold on. We need to take a break.
Be right back, y'all.
Oh, Jesus.
Angelo Ellerby, the Henry Higgins of hip-hop, is the founder, president, and CEO of Double Exposure Media Relations. Double Exposure Media Relations is a full-service public relations, marketing, and artist development firm specializing in publicity, photography, artist promotion and artist development, makeup artistry, event production, and EPK development. Celebrating over 45 years in the industry, Angelo believes that a culture that does not take care of nor respect its artists is a culture that leaves nothing behind to appreciate. Let Angelo help you make dollars and cents of the entertainment industry. Contact Double Exposure Media Relations at 201-224-6570. That's 201-224-6570.
When I'm walking down the street, people are looking at me. What they see is a masterpiece created by the King. I am different by design, and I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I may not look like you and you me, but that's the way it's supposed to be. Dare to be you, dare to be me, and dare to be different and unique. I'm gonna be the best me I can be by letting His glory shine through. Dare to be you, dare to be me, and dare to be different and unique. I'm gonna be the best me I can be by letting His glory shine.
Hey, you want to be a part of God's plan? Look at this angel. That's right, the shine, the sheen. You can only get that at Royal Extensions. Hit us up at Royal Extensions, www.royalextensionsatlanta.com or IG Royal Extensions 20. If you want to have the same thing as God's plan, you get it right here at Royal Extensions.
We're not asking for your permission. We're not seeking your approval. We're claiming what's ours in the name of our ancestors. We are their answered prayers. This is more than a movement. This is a revolution. Black innocence. What are yours today? Attention all business owners. Use your advertising dollars here. Looking to reach a more diverse audience for your products and your services? Well, this is the platform for you. Dishing Tea Entertainment welcomes all businesses who wish to expand their brands and looking for clientele that's more than grown and sexy, but also the seasoned and sophisticated. For more information on how this spot can be yours, contact Big Meat at 404-914-5610 or go to our website at www.dishingtea.com.
Please wear your mask. Wear your mask. It is very important for you to put on that mask. This is not no joke, and this is not no rundown. Wear your mask. If you vaccinated or not, throw on that mask and stop lying, telling people you vaccinated and you know dang on well you ain't vaccinated. You over trying to get people sick. Stop lying, saints.
Hear the music.
Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Put on that mask. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Put on that mask. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Put on that mask. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Put on that mask. It is very important. Put on that mask. Put on that mask. Put on that mask. It is very important. And stop lying, telling people you vaccinated, and you know dang on well you ain't vaccinated. You over trying to get people sick. Trying to get people sick. You over trying to get people sick. Keep people sick. Keep people sick. You over trying to get people sick. Trying to get people sick. You over trying to get people sick. Keep people sick. Keep people sick. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Put on that mask. Wear your mask. Wear your
least.
And we are back. Okay, hi.
Where your man? Trying to get people sick.
You out here trying to get people sick. Trying to get people sick. All right. Here we go. Here we go.
You want to play the video? Or you just gonna read the thing? Because I've read 3 articles so far.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me share the screen.
I'm about to be so
share
pissed.
Screen.
One day.
We want to make sure we share the audio.
They got one day.
Share.
WCNC Charlotte.
That's what local news is. We're not trying to tell you what you should and should not do. We're not a talking head.
Yeah, she getting
stories of ways that you can help your community.
See the difference.
All the things I'm reading about on the news are.
Oh, girl, hush up. You ain't the right one.
My kids are in school along with your kids.
That ain't the right one. Hold on. I think it was this one.
EMS schools across this county, masks will be optional.
What?
That's the.
Wait a minute. I'm fucking up, y'all. Okay. I'm trying to get to the story with girl. Fuck it. I'll read it because I thought I had the right one. A Chatham County mother said her son experienced a slave auction with her classmates at J.S. Waters in Goldston last Friday. In a post on social media on Friday, Ashley Palmer said her son told her that one of his friends went for $350 and another student was the slave master because, quote, he knew how to handle them. Palmer said that she already has a video of Chatham County students harmonizing racial slurs. On Monday, Palmer told WRAL News that students who participated in the, quote, auction have been suspended for 1 day, but was unaware of any punishment handed down to those shown in the video. Wait a minute. Oh, that's it. That's all they wrote.
Oh, you ain't get what I got then.
Oh, that's all they wrote. Wait a minute.
Oh, no.
Wait a minute. Maybe
guess what?
Hold on. Maybe
And finally, here at 4:30, a local nonprofit is helping to make a difference in the lives of kids, one page at a time.
No, that ain't it.
Larry
Okay,
Springle
I done fucked that up because it ain't right. Okay,
but listen, I'll give y'all the rest. So not only did they only get 1 day of suspension, there was like one white lady that they spoke to. She was like, yeah, well, we talk to our kids about things like that, about right and wrong. But what also happened was the principal did not tell the parents in sending out a letter what actually happened. He just said that there was an incident and we are taking care of it. After being suspended for 1 day, the child who played the slave master hit that little boy, the mother who wrote in about it, hit the little boy 4 times with a baseball the next day after he only been suspended for 1 day. Accidentally hit the boy 4 times. They said, the mother says, Brooke says she opted for her child to learn remotely over claims in-person learning environment was too toxic. The whole like they've been bullying these kids. This is not new.
This ain't new. Ain't that a bitch? Keep talking.
Okay, Gerald Givens of Raleigh Apex NAACP says his organization has seen, I'm sorry, because my screen is correct, seen an uptick in the number of complaints as students return for their in-person instruction. Racism and discrimination exist in our society, and we need to deal with it, said Givens. Black and brown children at young age, they are experiencing racism, so that means the others have to be willing to learn so that we can prevent it from happening, he said. Accountability involves more than just disciplining students for these harmful acts, Givens said. What needs to happen now is the parents in the community and all of the other communities, when we see this news, we sit down and we have those hard conversations. Yeah, how about Y'all, how about what? But that's us having the conversations with our kids. That's cool. What are you going to do about this modern day Jim Crow bullshit? This shit is not funny. One day a suspension. No, they should have been expelled. What the hell is wrong with y'all? The reason why they continue to do shit like this is because there is no consequence for the shit that they do. That's why little motherfuckers like this grow up to be those overzealous ass, racist ass cops who kill black people for no goddamn reason.
And cause insurrections at the White House.
Right. Like this shit is ridiculous. There's no consequence. We seeing it with the kids and we seeing it with the adults. You do some racist ass, fucked up, hateful ass shit. You're not having no consequence. Suspended for a day.
Now, wait a minute. Let me add this. Because since the whole idea of folks wanted to talk about not teaching CRT, which is not a curriculum in high school, and because you don't want white kids to feel uncomfortable.
But y'all can reenact the slave
auction. But you can reenact the motherfucking slave auction.
And you know enough, motherfucker, to say you could be the slave master because you know how to handle them.
Yeah.
That was the quote. He was the slave master because he knew how to handle them.
Well, see what it was. He probably come from a long line of good crackers that got people that know how to line you niggas up and make sure that you all get the scraps and everything. And he knows to put the light niggas like yourself, Nikki, in the house. And when you know what I'm saying, and he get, and he probably understood what it means to put the pickaninny on the back porch. You know what I'm saying? And he wanted all the big bucks out there carrying those bales of cotton out there, But in this case, they probably was cropping something. They probably was doing trees and paper. You know what I'm saying? It was from school. So, you niggas are a little sensitive. Y'all gonna have to stop acting like that, okay?
Get on my nerves.
All right. I'm just saying, I'm saying you niggas, you act like the little redneck of fourth generation. You don't seem to understand that he only imitates his atmosphere. His granddaddy probably owned a few niggas. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand that. What we say the other day, they only imitate their atmosphere. They probably don't have nothing. They probably don't have nothing in their house is black except the sole they shoe.
Listen, and let me tell you something. They learning about racism, but they learning their side of it.
Right.
Exactly.
You just don't want us to be able to make them uncomfortable. The fuck?
Ain't that?
But you can sell my kids in an auction.
Exactly. You don't like niggas.
That's North Carolina. Now, what parts and stuff? Because I'm gonna say, I haven't lived in North Carolina since 1991. That's when we was on Fort Bragg. I didn't experience no racism there, so I'm not really sure. But I know it's racist. I would have probably thought it would have came out of South Carolina before I thought it would have came out of North Carolina. But I guess I'm wrong.
But I'm just saying, when you was there and you ordered asparagus, they say they were spears or stalks. All the sandwiches came on white bread.
I order asparagus spears, sir.
All they sandwiches came on white bread.
I don't eat white bread, so I don't know.
Listen. We're gonna stay with this education system because I told y'all earlier, honey, that Florida State Senate, they passed the Don't Say Gay bill.
Is that almost like a don't ask, don't tell?
Basically.
What the fuck?
They passed it, and now all they need is to have the governor to sign it into law. He's already said he supported it. Let me read the article.
Please, because
So they're gonna have a celebration about this and have a gay old time?
But don't say the word gay.
Don't say the word gay.
You can't say the word.
Oh, wait. How does that go for like big boy pride? Gay pride.
How does that go? How does that go? Like I asked my brother the other day, how does that go if you go to watch a Motown movie and you got to say, hey, look, it's Marvin. Shh. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. We can't say that either.
All right.
I'm not, you know what?
It's 1 million gay people in Florida. What the fuck are you talking about?
Let me read this article before.
Joe, this world just get crazier and crazier.
Florida State Senator Ilena, I guess I'm not pronouncing that right. Garcia needed a way to justify her vote to discriminate against LGBTQ people, and she reached deep to find one.
I don't mean to cut you off. I'm really sorry. What'd you say her last name was?
Garcia.
So she a person, she a POC, right?
Yeah, POC.
I'll just make it sure.
And she's a Republican. Voting to ban elementary school teachers from mentioning LGBTQ people is okay, she insisted, because being gay isn't permanent, and some transgender women are lesbians. She knows this because her friends are all LGBT, and I don't pander on that, end quote.
But you know they can wash it off.
Gay is not a permanent thing. Yeah, LGBT is not a permanent thing, quote unquote, Garcia said as she launched into a 15-minute rant explaining why it was okay to target LGBTQ people. Quote, this isn't about targeting. This is perhaps about rerouting the responsibilities back to the parents. Now let's stop right there.
What in the Twilight Zone is going to fuck on?
Wait a minute, I got to stop right there because see, she did not classify to say what we're doing is rerouting this. She said this is perhaps, which means, bitch, y'all don't know what the fuck you're doing. But let me keep going with the article. One of Garcia's friends, whom she misgenders throughout the anecdote, is an older transgender woman. She told her colleagues, and she's a lesbian. Quote, a friend of mine went through the whole transition as an older man, 58 years old, became a woman, and guess what, she said? He still likes women. He went through the whole process, and we laughed together, and I say, well, why did you want to deal with the hormones? Why do you want to worry about the extensions and the hair and the boobs and the nails? And he loved it. So
okay, did we have this talk?
He was a woman inside, you dumb bitch.
Wait.
But okay.
I'm sorry.
Wait. So she keep going, quote, so he had a sexual experience, she added, and he realized that he continued to like women.
Okay, now did we have this talk?
Yeah. A person's
did we have this talk?
Identity, wait a minute, let me finish this. A person's gender identity and sexual orientation are completely different. Just because one transitions doesn't mean that their sexual orientation changes. You still like what you like. But Garcia wasn't done spouting off nonsense about transgender people. While gender affirmation surgery has been scientifically proven to reduce suicide ideation in transgender people, Garcia claimed it made it more likely instead. Quote, you know, a lot of people don't know that I think that the statistics are 4 out of 7 people who do the full transition end up committing suicide because it's tough, she claimed. What actually makes life tough for LGBT people are constantly having to hear straight and cisgender people debate their civil rights. Okay, that's the end of that article.
Okay.
But,
Girl.
Hey, Ken, hold on.
You can't even make this shit up. Like, girl.
Ken. Hello? Did you hear that article? Did you hear that article?
What article was this?
The article was about okay, somebody go get the boobs and the hair and the hormones and all that because they was your homie. They was born Terrell, right? And they grew up to be Tammy, but you know when they grew up to be Tammy, they feel like women.
Okay.
It's like one of your homies you ran the street with grew up to be a lesbian.
Okay.
Pastor Ken said, why you call me with this?
Because
the whole thing is about these crazy people.
He's an intellectual man. I know what I think about it. You know what I'm saying? And Meeks knows what I think about it. But
yeah, but the whole thing, like what the lady don't get is it's not the first thing they go to is always the sexual part of it. If you feel like you are a man trapped in a woman's body or a woman trapped in a man's body, that's what you're transitioning from. It's not about the sex. And that's where they keep on messing it up.
Hold on. Let's press pause right here because this is what we got to do. We got to put this back topical. Okay, we got to make this back topical because see what the hell this bitch just did.
Thank you.
Is exactly what everybody is going to do with this thing.
Yep.
Because you say that this bill is supposed to put the rights back into the parents' hands as far as the education system is concerned, it was an unnecessary bill because parents already have the right to deal with their curriculum. Here's what this is. You just went on this fucking rant that had nothing to do with why this motherfucking bill is a bill. You sit up here trying to explain transgenderism that you know nothing about.
That you don't know nothing about.
And you showed it by saying, well, hell, it ain't permanent, it ain't this. Oh,
yeah, how you tell somebody it ain't permanent?
What do you bitch that you don't even know what the fuck it is? And all of that, and you did this on the floor, trying to argue why you voted for this bill, says that this bill is automatically laced in anti-LGBT, listen, anti-alphabet.
Right. You got to, because Nikki, you got the white bar soap, the straight soap. That's how you wash it off.
Oh, the ivory?
No, you wash the gay off with straight soap.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. The ivory soap. Remember the white one?
Yeah, that's straight soap. There's no.
That's how you wash it off.
Yeah, that's how you wash gay off.
Meech, that's how it come off.
No.
It's only temporary.
You got to get the other one. You got to get the lava soap that had the pumice stone in it. That white.
That one.
Because it said lava. It was a soap for men.
I remember that soap.
Yeah.
Because it was for like the hard working men, right?
Yeah.
Be able to get the grease and everything off when they come home.
You want to scratch yourself into masculinity.
Mm-hmm. Make you rough. Remember back in the day, Red, how Grandmaster Flash used to say, rough. What the hell is wrong with that lady? It's not permanent. Meech, it ain't permanent. That's the kid. They said it ain't permanent.
They calling you, kid. They calling you, kid.
Meech, it ain't permanent. That's what they said.
Gay is not permanent. You wash it off.
Man, that's a choice. But see, the thing about it is,
stop, water.
So many rappers are trying to be slick with it.
Not the lie soap.
They got a lie soap.
That's a lie.
I can't stand it. No ma'am. No ma'am.
All right, man. I'll see you tomorrow after you get the ears.
Okay, so that's all.
Good night, Pastor.
My God, today. Oh, he's gonna go to bed. We're gonna go to the next door. I know the one he wanted to hear too.
Wait, she said no. You got to get the lie soap because it's a lie.
Jesus.
This bitch said it ain't permanent.
And all of that, that's what that entire article was about. And it had nothing to do with this motherfucking bill.
Nothing.
And the only thing she said was that perhaps it is to redirect parents.
The thing is, it starts at home anyway. So all you guys are doing is the same thing I said before. Hold on, Ray. Hold on, because I gotta say
this. Make sure you go back to the start at home. Go ahead. Go ahead. Keep going.
Shut up. I was getting ready to say
no.
Kids who are not comfortable with maybe struggling with their sexuality, this bill and stuff is taking the thing away from school for them to be able to go to a safe place and have a place to talk about their feelings and what they might be going through. Because it's not that kids young don't have those feelings. They do. They do. And now you're taking it away. If you got a fucking mean ass, strict ass, Bible thumping ass, you going to the pits of hell ass parents at home Now you're taking it away from the counselors at school to be able to talk to this baby in a safe space. That is so fucked up on so many levels. And I've been saying that from the beginning.
I got a place for you right in that, everything you're speaking on right there. And it's something in between there that I just witnessed not too long ago. That's a reality. And it's somebody I know. The boy is in his 8th grade year, getting ready to go to high school, and is already out of the closet and has professed to his mom. But here's the thing: for the last 8 years of his life, he's being raised in the house with his mom and her wife.
Okay.
All of a sudden, you're gay and you're out of the closet, and this is what you chose to be.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not even made it to high school yet, you know what I'm saying, to even see where your life is, you know what I'm saying? And that's telling me right there when you're saying back on the parents, what if the parents are same sex?
Here's what this is, because here's what this is.
You can't blame them. You know, they trying to find somebody else to blame it on when there's nobody to blame.
Exactly.
Listen,
and that's
and
where
what you
it
gonna
is.
say because he got 2 moms that now he gay? Get the fuck out of here.
Listen, you know what? Here's where this is, because that argument has always come up, which is why they don't that the national registry do not accept for gay couples to adopt. This is why there's certain states to where LGBT.
I was getting ready to say, but it's a whole bunch of gay couples that got kids now that have been adopted. So how they going around that? Surrogates,
and then a lot of them, honey, they have their own kids. A lot of them are having their own kids.
Okay,
you know,
because I was thinking maybe are they doing the thing where they're getting surrogates, like they're getting somebody else's egg and they're using their sperm? Because there's a lot of
they're using
celebrity gay couples that got kids.
But it's a lot of them that do what they call. They do the you thing. You know that.
With the surrogacy, they are using a surrogate womb to carry the baby.
Carry the baby, yeah.
Okay, or what happens is lesbian couples are finding men who they would say, "Listen, this is what we want. We want to choose you." Oftentimes, what the conundrum becomes is that, oh, okay, we're going to have a child. Then usually the father wants to be involved, and the lesbian couple frown upon that sometimes. Not all the time. They frown upon that, and then what ends up happening? Sometimes they go to a gay man, you know, and be like, "Listen, let's do this." And then because you got a gay, you know, you're a gay couple, this is a gay couple. A lot of times they say, "Okay, we can make this work," and the baby will have 4 parents and blah blah blah. But in when it comes down to physically adopting, going to an agency or being a foster parent and carrying on, it does happen, but it goes through a lot of different channels.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it goes through many channels. Then again, it depends on the state. My firstborn gay child, he adopted. He and his partner had adopted after they had been in the foster care system for so long, you know, and they were raising. So he finally had adopted and carried on. And
that's what I was going to say. It's like, it's so many kids that need homes.
That was a hell of a predicament. And see, here's the thing. This is why I talk to the right to lifers and carrying on that's anti-abortion and things. Y'all do all that goddamn bumping and carrying on, but none of y'all have opened up y'all doors to take these babies. That you say should, you know, don't kill it, you know, let it be up for adoption. None of y'all had taken these kids, because if you did, the orphanages would be empty.
Period.
Okay. Those who want to take the kids, you block it by wanting to sit up there and put morality causes on shit.
And then they grow up in these horrible places.
Then this whole issue here, when we're talking about what's going on in the home or whatever, if the child is coming, you know, with a same gender loving household, what you gonna tell them about that? Now let me go here. Because I didn't grow up in the same gender-loving household, honey. There were just 2 women in the house. It was 2 families. All of us lived together with 2 women and 8 goddamn kids. Okay? Now, they were grown and they did what the hell they did and carrying on. My mama had a boyfriend, Barbara had a boyfriend or whatever. But we wasn't in grown folks' business. We didn't know what the fuck was going on. We just had a household that had 2 women in the household. Okay? Now, what is that? Okay, outside of y'all saying they might have been spinsters because they didn't have no man, and this one was divorced, and that one was divorced. What? You don't know what the fuck the family dynamic was. Okay? You don't know if this is my auntie and my grandmama in this damn household. It's two women in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of us live.
And a lot of us was like that.
Yes.
But it's so crazy. It's so
We're
crazy.
sitting up here, we're trying to deal with semantics on bullshit and ain't got shit to do with nothing.
The choices and the labels, the choices, the labels, and the delivery of the negativity and the LGBTQ. God damn it, they add another letter, I'm gonna run out of breath. But the shit that they don't do, it's like you have this circumstance, but the focus is always the same. And I think that is so unfair. You get what I'm saying? It's like no matter what the circumstance is, the focus is exactly the same. Whether you're trying to be married, whether you're trying to adopt, whether you're fighting for human rights, whether you're a community activist, whether you're doggone trying to run for some political office, always the focus ends up being the same.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. But wait.
Because at the end of the day, you can't say gay. What the fuck? Why?
But what it is, they've termed it that. You know, that's what they simplified it to, because what the bill is about is they in Florida, they are saying that they don't want K through what they say primary classes, primary school.
K through 8th.
I think it may have been to 3rd grade. I think it was. I didn't think it went all the way to 8th grade, but whatever it was,
okay.
They did not want any subjects to be taught about anything dealing with the alphabet children or gender identity. Okay, so they've gone.
You're not going to talk about man and woman, period.
Right. Boom. Because
I'm just trying to figure this out.
Because cisgender or biological men and biological boys, biological girls is gender identity.
That's gender identity.
Yeah.
So period. So you're not talking about
right.
So what y'all talking about? So
exactly.
I'm saying, so okay. So if you're saying like preschool, kindergarten, 1st and 2nd grade.
And 3rd.
Okay. And 3rd grade. Lily's in the 2nd grade, right?
Right.
Just did a book report on Martin Luther King. So you're not able to say that Martin Luther King was a man?
And a black man.
And a black man.
Because he's a black man would make a CRT.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait a minute. Wait.
Let me talk about no people. So only thing I'm learning about is math and spelling.
Let me add insult to injury. Because like I told y'all, Florida State Senate just passed it. They waiting on the governor to sign this.
And the governor already said that they.
And the governor has already said he supports it, right? So all he got to do, they waiting on him to sign it. Well, goddamn it. This is dated for when? Please give me the date. March 11th, 2022 at 10:47 Eastern Standard Time. Outcry as Georgia lawmakers aim to pass a Florida-style Don't Say Gay bill. Georgia lawmakers are trying to pass a bill that will ban discussions of gender identity and sexual orientation in private schools, introducing the measure the same day the Florida State Senate passed its so-called Don't Say Gay bill. Under Georgia's new bill, the Common Humanity in Private Education Act, no private school classroom will be able to promote, compel, or encourage classroom discussion.
No, just only for private school?
That's the difference in theirs.
Now that's the difference.
That's the difference in theirs.
Because you choosing to send your kids to those schools. So
okay.
That's private, you and your household.
Wait a minute. Promote, compel, or encourage classroom discussion of sexual orientation or gender identity in primary grade levels or in a manner that is not appropriate for the age and development stage of the student, end quote, reported NBC. Proponents of this measure say that it promotes parental rights and inclusion in their children's education. But alphabet children advocates argue that the bill is another example of attacks on alphabet use happening nationwide. Quote, We know it's not about parental rights, said Jeff Graham, the executive director of the LGBTQ advocacy group Georgia Equality, to NBC. It really is about restricting the activities, participation, and learning of children in school, end quote. Compared to Florida's bill, Georgia's measures focuses exclusively on private schools, though critics of the measure have argued that the bill's wording could also include all publicly funded programs.
Wait. Slip that in there.
While the bill has little chance of passing soon, given how late it was introduced into Georgia's legislative session, opponents of the bill worried that its introduction now could energize Republicans ahead of election in the fall. Current discussions of the bill could also set a stage for more serious consideration next year. In addition to Florida and Georgia, several other states have introduced or passed bills in recent months marginalizing LGBTQ plus people. The Iowa governor, Kim Reynolds, signed a bill last Thursday that bans trans girls and women from participating in high school and college athletics, despite arguments that the bill was discriminatory and targeted non-existing problems. In Tennessee, Republicans advanced legislation on Tuesday that would ban public schools from using textbooks that promote, normalize, support, or address LGBT issues or lifestyles, end quote, in K-12 classrooms, reported the Associated Press. Kansas Republicans introduced a bill last month that would make it a Class B misdemeanor to teach classroom materials on, quote, homosexuality, changing the state's current obscenity laws. They made it up. It's obscene, reports NBC. Outside of anti-LGBTQ plus laws targeting school activities, several states have introduced marginalizing laws or directives that prosecute outside of the classroom. In Texas, a Republican governor, Greg Abbott, instructed the state's child protective services to investigate any parents providing their children with gender-affirming care, accusing them of abuse. That's what.
Oh, so if you love your gay child, now you're abusing them.
Now you're abusing them.
Tennessee, Lord, Keisha and Cole, I'm going to jail.
Tennessee, Iowa, and Oklahoma are some of the states currently considering the most pieces of anti-LGBTQ legislation, according to the American Civil Liberties Union, reported CNN. We have a small favor to ask. Tens of millions have placed their trust in the Guardian. Oh, wait a minute. No. No, I'm sorry. That there was a public service announcement for the Guardian. They want you to this comes from the Guardian. And that there was to ask for support, send them $1 so they could keep everything going. But that's the end of that. So now,
I'm going to jail because I love my gay child.
Okay. So now this is where we are. Oh, I like that, Nadine. Hold on. She said, what? Federal education money should be withheld from these schools.
Yep.
How about that? Because see, here's where it is. If you're going to sit down there and want to assume states' rights on that, especially when the Constitution protects a lot of our alphabets and carrying on, how is it that I'm trying to understand this? Because they're still trying to say that this is the parents' right to do this, this, and this, and this. But all of us have to go through class. We go through health. We go through health and sexuality, because that's what we learn about puberty and this, that, and the other. All of those particular things, that's a part of life. Why is it that a lot of folks feel as though we're learning about homosexuality, that we never learned about it? Even now, we're not teaching that.
Nobody's teaching them anyway.
You can't teach how to be gay. That ain't what the fuck. You can't teach that.
You can teach anatomy. You can teach it. Y'all getting on my nerves. Y'all giving me a whole fucking headache. What is wrong with y'all? Y'all ain't got shit. You ain't got shit else better to do.
Hey, nobody want to hear that from your straight ass.
Listen. First of all, I need to be scared because I could get locked up for loving my gay ass kids.
Well, no, you here in Georgia, honey. That was
all the straights. You straight. You the straights.
I'm the straights. Oh yeah, the gays. Because Keisha call them. Keisha say the gays. Y'all, please understand, my daughter is gay as hell.
The straight,
But
honey.
when people always trying to act crazy, she said, "Oh, you think the gays don't do that?" Because my mother tried. She wanted a purse, and my mother said, "You carry a purse?" She said, "Yes, Grandma. The gays carry a purse."
Okay.
So yeah, the gays. We're the straights, and they're the gays.
They're the gays.
What about? Remember, I said I wanted to do that thing straight, gay, and greedy.
Yeah. Okay. Wait a minute. Let me go to these comments because these kids are blowing up.
Yes, come on, y'all. What y'all talking about? Because this shit is just
comments. That's what Anderson Cooper did. Okay.
Oh yeah, they adopted,
right? Illogical, right?
Come on.
But nobody really fuck with households like that because it won't be nobody damn business. I grew up around situations like that. Okay, yeah, 3rd grade. Okay. Basically, we're going back to Dick, Jane, Sally, and Spot.
Especially Dick.
Dick and Jane, honey. Dick and Jane, honey. The thought is to leave it up to each parent to determine whether or not to educate their children about these things.
And that's
a smoke screen. That ain't no goddamn thought. That's what they want to push to say is the damn thought. That ain't what this is.
Right.
What this is, wait a minute, I'm gonna solo my damn self because see, now y'all need to hear me. What the fuck this is that now that the alphabet children have gained their equity and the trans community is gaining equity, the straight children don't want to deal with it. The conservative folks don't want to deal with it. There is nothing there that says that, but I'm gonna tell you what, if you don't want to deal with it, then bitch, give me back all of my fabulousness, honey. Let me take care of all of my rainbows, all the shit that done made this country work. Give me back James Baldwin. Give me back the Black Renaissance. Okay? Give me back Barbara Jordan. Give me back Shirley Chisholm. Okay? Give me back everybody. Audre Lorde, honey. Give me back Audre Lorde. Okay?
They got their cup.
Now we want to go white children, honey. Give me back Harvey Milk. Give me back Christine Jorgensen. Okay? If you don't want it, if you don't fucking want it, how fucking dare you? The contribution that I'm a human being, I breathe the same goddamn air, damn it. Everything that we do here, because you sit up there, don't like it or don't understand how the fuck it goes, you ain't supposed to because it ain't your walk. If you stop trying to worry about what goes on in my damn bedroom and worry about yours, you understand? Worry about how your dick or your pussy or them titties or whatever, how wrinkly that is. Worry about how yours is going to operate. Worry about your goddamn kids who stuck out here on opioids and you tell me I'm not supposed to have any. You worry about your motherfucking family, honey. When you sit up there, got this goddamn Jeffrey Dahmer who was afraid to say that he was gay, sit up there killing gay folks and eating them to consume them because y'all say that this shit was an abomination and throwing religion and carrying up. No, you deal with that. You give me back all of these babies that kept killing themselves and carrying on because they don't know what to do. Listen, the puberty and trying to understand hormones and carrying on is always dangerous. It is dangerous because we don't know what it is. We never experienced it. When we were kids, it was called peer pressure. We don't even hear the word peer pressure no more. We don't even hear, and we would talk peer pressure. Don't let your peers talk you into this. You know, and
now they got cyberbullying. They don't have peer pressure, they got cyberbullying.
Right. We don't even have that anymore. You understand? And so now what the fuck is going on is now you want to sit down here and try to dictate to a whole slew of folks who got money and power. And that's what this all comes down to because the alphabet children, honey, got the coin to sit up there and will wreck you.
But wait a minute, though. Have come together same conservatives, they might not be flamboyant and stuff with the way that they dress and what they buy and all kinds of stuff. Okay, because I'm gonna need you to stop wearing and purchasing all that Gucci and that Versace and that Louis Vuitton and all of that stuff. Give that all back too.
Give me back. Okay, right. Give it
back. It all back.
Give it back. You understand?
It's all gay.
Give it back.
Y'all some angry niggas.
Shut up, fool.
Fight the power.
That there, it makes no sense. And we're trying to take the emotion out of it to try to give you your platform and say this, but we're already protected. Those things that you're saying about the parents' rights, they're already under protection already. So just go down there and be a parent. Get involved in the PTA. And if this is a democracy, you know democracy is what runs the country. The majority is going to rule on the vote. And if you don't like it, then take your kids out the goddamn school like a lot of folks do and transfer schools.
Homeschool them.
That don't make no goddamn sense.
Because what are you going to do when your child asks you about, oh, well, mom, my friend such and such got 2 dads. You're not going to explain it to him? You're going to leave it out up in the air? Explain it to him. Just explain it to them. Meet them where they are with the explanation in a way that they can understand. That's all.
Ahead of election this fall, very key phrase. Exactly. Key phrase. Of course it is, because guess who running? Stacey Abrams is running.
Stacey is running again against this bastard. And y'all know she won last time. And she ain't got no other Democrat running against her for the primary. She's, you know, it's just her.
Okay.
But we got Purdue and dumbass.
With just cheese.
Okay. My delivery time is over an hour. Is that okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Don, what's going on? Happy birthday, sweetness.
Hey, y'all.
They are full of it. Okay, they are full of it. Okay. If we get private schools for our alphabet children, that could be a solution. You know what? But if we get private schools, where is it going to be funded from? Because that's part of the problem that we have, Juana, is that the private schools need the funding. And see, a lot of these private schools are getting government funding.
Oh, here's a thought. How about, you know how when you get in school and they have electives, just classes you don't really need, y'all know, electives. Why they can't have classes, something like sexual orientation education? And I mean up in higher classes, like when they start to get older, right? Because then that will give the alphabet children a safe place to go and learn what they need to learn.
But here's the thing.
If it's an elective and they want to learn it, then nobody can fuck with them. It's an elective.
But and I hear where you are with that, because it is an elective. Okay. But what is happening is, at this particular point, you're claiming that the parents are supposed to have a say in the education.
Right.
And if you offered it as an elective, especially if you call it, you know, sexual orientation or whatever, then it becomes a whole gay agenda thing. See, we go right back to, oh, this is you.
But that's why I said if they use it as an elective, the kids can choose to opt into that class or not. You don't have to take that class. But for the ones who may want to take it, that seems like something that should be available for them. Like I'm really upset about taking out safe spaces for kids.
Yeah.
You taking away a safe space and saying that the parents, you know, it's up to the parents. No, everybody don't have understanding as parents.
Right.
They need a safe space, and they need to figure this the fuck out to give them a safe space.
Okay. They need to be worried about these whilst fathers sex trafficking children. Hello.
Come on.
Hello. So you know, this thing here, when it comes down to education and carrying on, the curriculum is already fucked to begin with. Our kids are not be able to compete on any kind of level at this particular moment.
Well,
you know,
I have a high school teacher scenario for you.
All right.
High school teacher, we're going to put them somewhere up in the sophomore, junior year platform, right?
Okay.
He's married, right?
Right.
All the kids love this teacher because he's down to earth and he meets them at their level and teaches them, elevates them to be upstanding citizens or pillars based on whatever curriculum he's teaching.
Right.
And then they have the day where, you know what I'm saying, where everybody's having the in-service days, and you got the kids there, and then here you go, the spouses be bringing other teachers. You know how sometimes you had a female teacher and her husband bring her lunch and all that?
Right, right.
Well, here's their favorite teacher, and all of a sudden, Daryl comes in and kiss on the cheek and say, "Baby, I made you lunch and brought it to you."
Okay.
So Daryl just came in and kissed Bobby on the cheek in front of all the class.
Mm-hmm.
So now, is that an issue that's going to be some type of rant and rave when this teacher has already done?
You know it is. Some people,
but the teacher, but what I'm saying is, most of the times when you have your favorite teacher in a high school environment, that teacher also is a great pillar of standing to the parents, because it's somebody that's meeting the kids on a certain level.
Right.
And the minute you find out that he has a husband at home.
Right.
You're
Well,
gonna
that's
have
happened.
bigots no matter what, but you
Listen,
still want.
yeah, that has happened. I have had teachers in high school and carrying on that I knew were gay. And it was always the dance around it. You know, the spouses wouldn't come up and carrying on, and even still, you know, it was all about having to protect their image. You know, oh, they can't know about this because I may lose my job, and this, you know, that whole kind of thing, especially being around kids. You know, so we had that, and in the upper classes, you know, it would have been a little bit easier, because when I came out to my straight social services, social studies teacher. I didn't have necessarily a no, that's not true, because Marcus hit on me. He was but he wasn't a teacher. He was a bookstore person. Okay. And I'm 16, 17 years old, and I'm sexually active at that time, you know. And he knew that because he was talking to me in code or whatever. I'm gonna go get me some bird today, honey. And you know, that was sissy talk at the time. And I'm like, bitch, what you talking about? You know, and that was the thing. So we did not have that to look up to, you know, which is one of the things that when we talk about reputation is important, because oftentimes, you know, a lot of alphabet relationships, honey, we don't know what the hell to do, because we're mirroring it after straight relationships, and that there is not who we are. The dynamics are different.
Right.
You know, a male-female relationship, honey, is different than a male-male and a female-female. Even though we're dealing with energies and carrying on, the energies are different. Masculine energy is masculine energy, but it is interpreted differently if it's male masculinity and female masculinity. It's two different things. It's two, because it hits differently, you know. And hell, I tell folks all the time, it wasn't my daddy who taught me about how to change the oil in the car or how to put oil in my car. It was my mama. That was masculine energy, but it came from my mother. From your mother. My mama popped the hood.
Right.
And said, this is your spark plugs, this is this. My mama did. It wasn't my daddy. My mother taught my brother how to throw a football. Okay. So yeah, the masculine energy is there, but it hits differently coming from a female's perspective of masculine energy. It hits differently.
Right.
You know. So in relationships and stuff, we don't have that dynamic, which is what we're trying to understand.
Yeah, it's like they not want to let people get to understanding of what's going on with them before you trying to even shut the whole shit down. Like
exactly. Okay. So, all right, we could talk about
y'all
that.
know that should be getting me mad. You know
it becomes an emotional state, and I want to start to have these discussions, trying to remove the emotion out of it, and let's talk sensible. But
yeah,
oftentimes the passion ends up evoking the emotion.
And it's because where we start at the conversation, that's what it is. If we were to have these conversations where we just spark them from what we're talking about, as opposed to a reaction from what some dumbass has said, it'll probably be different.
It probably, you know, and in a more constructive place. Because see, a lot of these kids that's talking, I would love for us to sit down and have a real discussion, you know, having the passion, but taking out.
Make the pizza.
They done finally canceled her.
Who, the real?
The real.
They've been talking about that.
Yeah,
They canceled Nick already.
Yeah.
And they was gonna
okay.
Nobody watched the real no fucking more nowhere.
So right after Tamar debacle, honey, they knew that was
Y'all
going
fucked
down.
up because that was the person that kept people coming back. She drove them crazy, but they loved it.
Okay. Now, okay, let's get into the meat of this. And we should have started with this. Okay, now y'all ready?
Okay.
You ready?
Go ahead.
Here's a question I want to ask you. Do you know what bud sex is?
With who?
Bud sex. Do you know what bud sex is?
Nope. Red, do you know? He muted, but I need to know if he knows.
He knows. I read him.
Oh, okay.
We had this discussion a few days ago when it came on my desk in the middle of a conversation we were having.
Okay, well, come on, tell y'all little sister what
and I
it
was
is.
like, "What the fuck is this?" Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
This.
You said somebody came on your desk.
Whoa!
No, it was on my chest actually. However,
wow.
You were playing chess.
Pineapples.
So it came on your chest while you was at your desk. Is that what you said?
Basically, yeah.
First of all,
okay.
Come on, let me
now,
in.
This has been out for a little minute because this is dated for February 26, 2019.
Okay.
Okay. And this is coming from Exploring Your Mind. And this is an article. Bud sex is a term that refers to sex between heterosexual men for mere pleasure. However, many consider that it's impossible to practice bud sex without being homosexual. The controversy is that those who practice it defend their heterosexuality. In some cases, they even have a partner and children. They explain that they simply do it to satisfy their desires. Now, what is bud sex? The phenomenon of bud sex came to light as a result of a study by sociologist Tony Silva from Northwestern University. Okay? He analyzed this practice among white males from rural populations. From their testimonies, Silva was able to establish some characteristics of bud. He also was able to discover what it meant to be the participants. Tony Silva explained that his goal was to study bud sex and relate it to multiple factors that affect sexual identities, such as culture, social context, place, historical moment, and personal interpretations. Now, according to the data he obtained, the participants selected their partners based on masculinity, race, and sexual identity. This means that many of these men choose other masculine men of their race who are heterosexual or secretly bisexual. Thus, they consider their sexual encounters heterosexual and masculine, despite the fact that they're having sex with the other men. Now, here's the characteristics of bud sex. In bud sex, there's no romanticism. However, it's true that the men who engage in it establish some sort of emotional bond because their relationship is based on friendship. In fact, they usually share hobbies, political views,
That's
women,
where it comes from, they buddies.
And more. Thus, to them, sex is just an additional element in their relationship. Okay? Now, another characteristic of bud sex is secrecy. Most of these study participants acknowledged that they needed to keep what they did a secret. Most men who practice bud sex are heterosexual white men over 50 and married with children. Furthermore, they've internalized heteronormity and masculine rules for a long time. Most of them lived in a time when it was difficult to express any other type of sexual desire. Moreover, to them, masculinity means a lack of feminine characteristics based on gender stereotypes. Now, despite the fact that they have sex with men, most of these men who practice bud sex are homophobic. They even reject effeminate men. In this regard, this homophobic attitude may stem from previous stereotype thinking based on gender roles. They believe that feminine attributes are inferior and value masculine ones. In conclusion, some men resort to butt sex to express their sexual desires they were unable to satisfy. However, their moral and normals they've internalized guide their actions. Thus, the way they practice it and the characteristics of their sexual partner allow them to reaffirm their beliefs.
Wait, look at me.
And Nikki, before he started explaining this, you haven't never heard of this, right? Am I correct to say that?
Yes, down low shit.
No, you never heard of this. Okay?
Oh, the term.
I know what you heard of. We all heard of that. I'm saying
okay, yeah, never heard the term.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you like I told Meech. Now you are Budweiser.
Hey, you get on my dead weight. I don't even know where my thing is.
Okay.
Get your husband, please. Can you get that man?
So we're doing bros over hoes, huh? Is that what we're doing?
Do the homie. Do the homie.
So
the thing is, it just sounds like y'all want to download. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're not. Are you? So basically,
down low men are homosexual or bisexual.
If you are keeping this a secret, that means that you are what? So ain't no secret. If
you in the closet, you want to down low.
Are you like okay? So bro, like whatever they're talking about, are you like physically having sex with your best friend or no?
In some regards.
Basically.
In some regards.
Then you're bisexual. Just let it get you bisexual.
Here's where this is.
If you use the word like bud is also marijuana, right? So
right, that's what I thought we was about to have. Listen, when he said bud sex, I swear to God, I thought it was going to have something to do with me. I'm not lying.
So we got to pay attention when I'm surrounded. So when another man next to you see another man and he said, "Yo, let me hit that bud," you got to make sure you know it. Right.
But no, he got a point though, Meech.
Yeah,
it might be a new code. We might not know about the code. It might be a new code.
Listen, you know what? Here's where this is for me, and I am one who advocates of learning. Y'all heard me say this before about the spectrum of sexuality.
Well, this go ahead and preach on this meat spectacle.
This particular term is very troublesome, and the reason why it's troublesome is because I'm gonna do it like this. Because see, DL was a black thing.
Yeah, okay. That's what I'm saying. This is all this is, but over there for them.
Being on the DL was a black thing that got demonized, and then in its demonization, it also spun off as a separate culture because then everything had a DL component, and it became popular to be DL and carrying on. In fact, it became so popular to be DL to where motherfuckers didn't even know what DL meant because you telling everybody, "Oh, I'm DL, bitch." That ain't DL if you announcing it, fool. Okay.
Like another way to put a pretty bow on it because they white.
An acronym for what? It ain't no acronym.
No, I'm saying bud is on the article. Is it an acronym or just
no?
That's what I said. Was it short for buddy? Like buddy sex?
Yeah, I'm assuming
that's what it sounds like to me. But this is the thing. You putting a pretty ass bow on it now because it's white people over 50,
and
conservative asses. Because now, but you still get to be homophobic. You're fucking a man, but you still get to be homophobic. I just didn't understand.
That's something because your wife gonna walk in one day with your neighbor and y'all are bud loving all day. So they need to cut the madness and cut it out. you're down low, you're bisexual, whatever you want to call it, because you're whole.
Isn't that like being a little bit pregnant? Yup, Jan, yup, you just a little bit gay.
You got a whole family at home.
So pretty much this is Billy Bob underhandedly getting dick like Bud. Like,
Yeah.
So we're gonna say
they say in the rural areas, why don't they just stick with the animals?
right, it's a rural area, so it's like, hey, honey, I'm finna go down to the Piggly Wiggly and pick up some bud.
Right. Look, bud sex
What
is white
exactly are you
Republican
talking about?
Congress sex. Now there you go. But they say they from the rural areas, so you know.
That's the rich snooty people. Good day with their nonsense.
And also, see what we have up in here. We have a lot of shit to
You said 50 plus, right? I'm trying to analyze this thing now.
50 plus, white,
Right.
conservative.
So when they saying they going out to hit a few balls, right?
You're talking about he trying to analyze this and mother.
I
You know what?
cannot with him.
It's some dark old Republicans. There I go. Boop.
Right.
Well, here's what this is, because see, why this is troubling me, because it's so much in here to unpack. Okay, we are dealing with
You said unpack. What
No,
you
he don't
say?
expect.
Okay,
That's the reverse of bud.
Get your husband.
Okay.
Your husband.
Okay, so now we have a number of things up in here that they're saying that's in this study that just pisses me off. Okay, because number one, you're dealing with internalized homophobia.
Right.
Because now you're so secret to where you can't admit it to yourself that this is what you're doing. You're lying to yourself because you're sleeping with a man, but you're still saying that this is heterosexual sex, even though you're just a man.
How?
Okay.
And then if it's just this, then why you can't share it?
Okay.
There ain't nothing wrong with it.
Right.
My grandma said, "Don't do nothing you can't be proud of. If you ain't proud of it, why you doing it?"
You also say that according to this particular study, that everybody who's participating in this, honey, they have a thing against effeminate men.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we not only is it homophobia, but we also have possible gay bashing and carrying on because you have this thing against it. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
now I'm saying that there is just that's just a correlation. I'm not saying that's what they said because I'm correlating that because it's a possibility.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like, though. That's what it
It's
implies.
possible them Aryan Nation type bald head, skinhead type.
And there you have it.
Yup.
And there you
All
have
of
it.
them.
They probably doing their thing, and then they want to go out and beat up a real homosexual.
And there you have it.
Mhm.
And there you have it.
Because you're mad at yourself.
There you have it. Okay. A lot of that comes in because see, here's the thing, and I've had this particularly in the S&M community, because you will find this, that there's a lot of folks who are in the Aryan Nation and carrying on, or formerly of it and carrying on, to where they like to have race play.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's some.
And race play, honey, can be a little bit that way. And I've seen it on both sides, and I don't get it. I don't understand it when black folks want to.
Yeah, like I can't. I can't.
And play that kind of race game. I do understand it from the other side, where the black man is the dominant and made the white man the submissive and this, that, and the other in that race play and carrying on because of the fantasy of it and the power and the control. But race play can be very, very, very addictive. And it's one of those specialty things to where not everybody's into that. But those who are, they play hard. Okay, they play hard. So that is what a lot of this has come to be. And when you're talking about this thing of bud sex, it is going to be congruent with DL, in my opinion. It's just that now we are able to have a white folks version and a black folk version.
Yeah, that's why I say they're trying to put a pretty bow on it because
they're trying to put a pretty bow on it. But what it is, you saying that your wife don't know about it and carrying on. So now we don't know if they're having protective sex or not.
So that you put people's lives in danger.
You have and as they said, you have a whole relationship. Somebody put up in here Brokeback Mountain, and that's exactly
that's exactly what it is.
That's exactly what the hell this is, because Brokeback Mountain, them motherfuckers was in a relationship. Every summer, I care. Now, they took the job just so that they could see each other. They wasn't about the damn job.
But and that's the thing, though. You're doing this often, but you saying it's not a relationship. Y'all just cool, y'all homies. Well, in a heterosexual relationship, you ain't cool with your partner. Like me and my husband, we was cool. We buddies too.
Right.
And we still fucking.
Right.
What are you talking about?
But see, a lot of that mentality, because there's gay men, honey, who don't, the masculine gay men, they don't like to use the word gay. They don't even like to, I fuck around, or I do my thing. So because of the stigma of it has been so demeaning.
I saw an interview 5 years ago. And it was a guy, what I'm saying, he had his whole two pockets thing going, right? And he swore up and down he wasn't gay, but he talked about how he like to top these films. Like the film.
Girl. Mook said, "What did I just walk into?"
You know what I'm saying? He like to top. He like to top these films. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Men, but he say because he hitting them and they got doggone giving him hair and all that.
I heard that.
Gay, right?
They say they not gay because they the one doing it. That's like the jail relationships. If they the one doing it, then they don't feel like they gay. The man that's taking it is the gay one.
Well,
and
Meech put me onto a movie a little time ago, and that movie gives a brief explanation of that right there, that jail situation. Remember that movie, Meech?
Which one?
The movie where that boy he had to go do a little time, and his doggone cellmate fell in love with him.
Oh, that movie that we seen on Black Thing, and then he came home.
Yeah,
he came home and went to the house and stuff. That was like on one of those black streaming sites we got.
Yeah,
I seen that.
Oh yeah, because that's what my boy Blue in there, honey.
Right,
that's
he was able
to. What you call him, right?
Huh?
The one from
Ruthless, yeah.
From Ruthless, because remember I had asked when we saw that, I said, "Is he like gay for real?" Because he's playing these roles,
right?
And
right, and have a number of them. Yeah, he played a number of them. They said they assumed that about Rockman Dunbar, who I would love to see him and Rockman Dunbar in something together because they remind me of brothers to me. Okay. But yeah, that's where we are, and that's here we go, Jay. I was just about to go there. Have you heard the term fluid? I was just about to go there because when I put this article on my Facebook page, and someone said that exact same thing. Well, that's called fluid. Yes, in the world where we have scientific and carrying on, but in the minds of these children, this ain't what this is. This ain't what this is. This here is them scared to express themselves.
You hiding. You in the
but
closet.
Now we gotta put it up into a little bow, and put a couple of pin curls in it, honey, to make it sound like it's we buddies and carrying on, and but here's the better word, because this I would have preferred them to put this up under the guise of a bromance,
right?
Because bromance automatically insinuates that,
Well, no, because when they say bromance, it just be like, I don't know.
We know what they say,
right.
But we know the implication behind it. Okay. Especially when it's a bromance between a gay man and a straight man. Because
I ain't never seen that.
Yes, you have.
Oh.
Yes, you have. Good Morning America. When the weather guy and the news anchor, before he went over to NBC, they were thick as thieves, child. And a lot of folks had assumed that they called it a bromance, but they were so close to it, folks thought that they were in a relationship.
Oh.
But the weather guy he got a black husband, and the dude why he was so comfortable was because he was raised by his father was gay.
Oh, okay.
He was a straight man who had a gay father, And you know, he and I can't call their names right now, but they had got real close. Okay, and child, please. Okay, so this here, the term bromance, you know, it became this whole thing because now they wanted to get real cute to call something when men can't just be men who love on each other. You know what I'm saying? And just be close and carrying on. Society always frowns upon that, and that there becomes there. I mean, hell, men can't even hug. You know, we can't hug. We got to do the dap hug and put my foot in my arm between us, so we got space in between us or whatever, which is the dumbest shit in captivity. Okay,
captivity.
But that there is where
Boy,
we are.
Cool as hell.
Okay,
that's the dumbest thing in captivity.
The dumbest thing in captivity, honey. Yes. But because
the
of
fact
all
that they had this whole scientific like study about it is I'm like,
oh wait a minute.
You
See,
fucking
what
y'all
say?
in the closet, you scared. Like what?
What happened to the word taboo? I know this is a dumb question, but fluid reminds me of an old school term taboo because it was. See, so you know, we come from that era where everything was taboo.
You can't talk about that. That's
right.
taboo.
Oh, that's taboo, honey. You know, and remember, when things were taboo, folks ran to it quicker because everybody was trying to figure out what was
why. Because as soon as you tell somebody you can't do it, everybody want to know, well, why?
Okay. Oh, you said that one. Like Don Lemon and Chris Cuomo. Child, yes. Child, yes. Because Chris loved him some fucking Don Lemon, honey. So much to the point to where, hell, you know, if you didn't think, listen to them talk, you know. But again, and that goes to all of us, and that's me included, we have been adulterated to the fact that when we hear intimate conversations, we always go to sex or thinking that, oh, they got to be fucking around because of the closeness. Right. And we won't let it be that they just close friends and carrying on. Now we could do that with women all day. Women can sit down there because that there is considered to be feminine energy. And if men do that, that is the taboo.
Right.
That is the taboo. And what you know,
that's human. That's human life, period. Thing. There's a lot of things like two women, like you just made it clear. Two women can be like, you know, like they out shopping and they be like, girl, them jeans right there make your ass look good. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be like, bitch, do my ass sit up in these?
Right, you know what I'm saying? Boom, when you turn around and like bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like this bra show enough cleavage, boom, boom, boom. And like and she and the one other woman will be like, oh girl, you sexy, you look hot as fuck in that. Where you out when they out shopping for clothes and getting the doggone jean outfits and the J's and all that.
Yeah, because we were saying in the heartbeat, bitch, the girls are out.
But you ain't never heard no nigga like, yo, bro, them jeans fitting just right. What?
Right. Yeah,
okay.
And you know what? I love the way when Meech gives a man a compliment because he says that he still gives him the compliment, but in a way where nobody's getting offended. And he'll walk up and say, player, you wearing that. You seen him do it there, you go. He'd be like, hey, player, you wearing that. You wear
right.
Okay.
But that's that masculine line, Nikki. That's that masculine line where you like, okay, let's say, okay, we're in the South and you see these niggas down, they kind of cuckoo, but you know, you see them and you say, yo, player, you wearing that right there, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, oh, that shoe game 5. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like that. But then when you in a community of fashionness, like when you in New York areas and all that, then the words change. You could be like, brother, them pieces are doggone what's hot.
Right.
Or them pieces are now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you can never say, oh, I like that jacket, the way the broad shoulders and everything, that's sexy. You can never say that to no nigga.
Yeah, you get when you go to the sexy part. The sexy part. But
I've done I just did that last night at the game.
I was getting ready to say Meech did it last night.
I just did it last night at the game.
Oh no.
But how I did it was the police officer. I can't call his damn name right now.
I don't know. Yeah, that beard.
His skin, the dark skin, little short dark skin one.
The one that I do sometimes I used to put him in Tracy.
He all white right here, just silver, right? The full Van Dyke, you know, mustache go. That motherfucker. I said, nigga. I said, listen. I said, this is working. Okay. I said, all this. I said, this is working. I said, you tell your wife, damn it, that's working. I said, you need to keep that because you rocking that.
Look, when we drove by, I said, damn, I wish he was a little bit taller. Look, I started to start singing the song.
But see, you see what you said? You still didn't say it was sexy.
Not to him, but I've done it before. But I have to pick and choose that.
Yeah, because you know, yeah. But to your point, to both of y'all's point, it is. You can't just say it the way that we say it, and somebody, not most men, will get offended. They're going to get offended, and that's so messed up.
I mean, like how many? Okay, a female could be. How about this, Beach? Here's a female. They shopping, right?
Right.
She get the new jeans. You know how the women had the fitted jeans where they be like low waist or whatever, and she buttoned the top up and she like, bitch, help me out, and bitch zip her pants up.
Right.
That ain't happening on Niggerville.
Not in straight world, no.
Yeah.
Not in straight world.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you could be.
Now to the contrary to that.
But the minute somebody see that, it's like you're saying, you got one straight guy, one gay guy, they good friends, and here it is. Say like you're trying on a shoe. Something as simple as, like, damn it, I'm trying to get my foot in the shoe, and the gay guy lean down and you hold his shoulder while he help you doggone tighten the shoe up, right?
Right.
Oh yeah, then somebody going to act like the world.
Somebody gonna be like, what the hell kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Right, and yes, because I've been in, you and I've been in that situation. It's something what, you know, where it was always something.
But
you know,
if you was in the shoe store and the shoe salesman happened to be a man, he can't do it either. Like, come on.
That is the movie right there, darling. Making Love.
Mm-hmm.
That is the movie. I would love for them to remake that now that we can sit there do a little bit more with the cameras, honey. But
oh Lord.
And I would love to see them make a black version of that. I would love to see them make a black version of that because
that would open that up.
Making Love was with Kate Jackson and Mark Hamill. I mean, not Mark Hamill.
I was going to say the ice skater.
No. Wait a minute. What's his name, Jan? Help me out. I'm looking right at him. Harry Hamlin. That's it. Harry Hamlin. And I remember a long time ago because he said doing that movie, he said, "Oh, for a minute, I was very confused," which means he was fucking me in for a minute.
You know what? You're me. Did you see this? Hold on, Nikki. I think I can't remember what I was watching, but it was a parody or it was on show where the guy came in. Correct? You can follow me on this. The guy came in. His boy cooked, and whatever he was cooking, he was famous for was like everybody was like, that's the fine stuff he cooked.
Right.
And when it was about done, and he was like, "Oh, it's almost ready." He said, "Oh yeah, I'm ready. Y'all gonna throw down." And he was like, "Oh, you want to taste it like that?" So, you know what I'm saying? He was thinking when he said, "Yeah," he said, looking at all the food. He said, "Yeah." And when he turned back around, his nigga damn had the food on a spoon like this to feed him.
Right. Yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a problem right there.
But and it is. But here, I guess I have to see again, picking and choosing who's in my circles because I've done that, and I've had to give folks, nigga, get over it. Shit, just look.
Right.
This ain't got shit to do with nothing and carrying on,
Oh, nobody wants you.
Right. Okay. That's how I talk to other men in front of their wives, and I compliment their sisters too. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, Michael Keaton was in that. Michael Keaton and Harry Hamlin, honey. Yes, honey.
Michael Keaton was the best Batman, y'all. Just sidebar.
Okay. So yeah, so that's what we have. So this whole blood sex thing, honey, it has so many different layers in there because
It's like a joke to me, Meech. I swear to
That
God.
don't even
Because it's
sound
like,
right, man.
yeah, it's like a whole joke. Like y'all trying to
That don't even sound
pretty
right.
up some shit that everybody else already know what it is. You don't want to come out the goddamn closet. You like men and women. You might not even like women, first of all. You might not even like women. You're doing it because you said that they still homophobic and all kinds of stuff like that. So you might not even like women. You're doing it for whatever society tell you you're
And there
supposed
you
to
have
be
it,
doing.
right? And religious upbringing and all that kind of jazz.
Religious and
which is
society.
why, which is very interesting that this particular study was done with white men over 50, because usually that over 50 jazz is usually when they start to have breakthroughs and revelations and carrying on. I mean, hence, let's look at Caitlyn. Caitlyn waited till she was old as Methuselah, honey, before she started to want to transition, and said that she has been this way all of her life, but couldn't do it. Okay.
Okay, I got a question. About that.
Do it.
I got a question. No, I'm not doing nothing like that. I just want to ask Meech this opinion. I just want to opinion. Let's say you own the Wheaties company, right?
Right.
He get on my fucking nerve.
I'm so
go ahead, but let him get it out. What
no, I'm just saying, you own the Wheaties, and here it is. The most popular and most expensive collector's item in your corporation is the Bruce Jenner box, the first U.S. Olympic champion to be on there. And
Wheaties box.
Now he can't. Didn't that some type of misrepresentation for your corporation or the devaluing? Whoever owned it seemed like they can sue because that box probably was worth $1 million if you had a collector's item, and now it's probably worth $30.
No, it's not. It's going to be worth even more
It's going to be worth more. It's going to be worth more
because she's transitioned. And those who don't know her, you got a whole generation that don't know her, Bruce Jenner.
Yup. Because our kids really don't
know.
You don't know our kids know Bruce Jenner.
Hold
our
on,
kids
I
know
asked
Bruce
you,
Jenner from the Kardashians.
But I'm asking you if you own it. Because this is my opinion. If I own the Wheaties company, right?
Right.
And we all know U.S. of A representation of the Wheaties box. The first thing is Bruce Jenner. Okay?
Right.
If I own the Wheaties company, soon as Caitlyn got all her little doggone gonads in order and got her breasts and all that, when she turned into this phenomenal white woman, okay, when she did that, she'd have been on the box again.
She'd have been where?
Oh, yeah, that's some good ass marketing.
Nah, that would have been cute.
Now, right there, that would have been some good ass marketing right there.
Because see, now it becomes what? Because she doesn't compete.
No, it becomes the same Bruce. But it was the Bruce Jenner, because we media production, so we have the skills to do. They could take the original image of Bruce and make it where it's doggone more than one, and write where he running, and you could doggone fade more than one box.
Running into Caitlyn. That would be dope. That's some marketing. That's some amazing marketing. No. But remember, Wheaties was the cereal of champions.
But that was a collective. Right. You know what? Okay.
But no.
Nicky is a champion. This nigga's a champion because he.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. So now he was that champion, and now Caitlyn is this champion because Caitlyn has taken on. Even though I'm like, okay, Caitlyn, you ain't the first one, but whatever. But in their world, Caitlyn is a champion in this sector. So yes, it would be appropriate to put Caitlyn on the Wheaties box. It would be a damn good money maker. I'm still not eating that nasty shit.
Pissed at it, but okay. They gave that bitch Woman of the Year and she wasn't woman a whole year.
How?
But that's what I'm saying, because Bruce Jenner held such a high precedence as far as representation of the United States sports thing. I just feel like you could have put them on there and you could have called them Sweeties. I mean, you could have done anything like that. Just one box.
Well, the shit still nasty. It was nasty then, it's nasty now, but it's a great marketing. It would have been phenomenal.
But it would have been a collector's thing. People who don't even broke the doors. They would have broke the doors down to the grocery store.
They would have.
But here's where it is. They still can, but they need to do that for a pride issue. And I was very upset with Miss Caitlin because when she came out against transgender sports, you know, it was like, no, I don't believe that should happen. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute, girl, because that's not what you said during your acceptance speech about hoping that folks will accept transgender athletes. But now, who else could be better than to start a transgender league of sports?
We talked about that before.
You, as a motherfucking former decathlon who has transitioned. You already know what the world is, so start the damn league. Now that box then becomes all of that what you just said.
Right.
What you say? I don't like her. Wanda said I don't like her, honey.
No, we don't either.
I'm petty, okay?
Baby, not more than me.
I'm not a fan of Caitlin, but I'm not a fan of Caitlin, but I'm a fan of branding and marketing.
Yeah, because when you start talking about it, I said, yeah, y'all know
there is that.
That marketing right there would be amazing.
Well,
that campaign would be so damn great.
Yep.
Wheaties, if we see it, we want our money. You understand?
Whoever did Caitlyn Transformation Fair, it looks like Bruce Jenner with a wig on.
You better tell it. Tell it. Look, all that shit going on in that goddamn Kardashian Jenner house, and them bitches couldn't help them want some makeup tips.
Listen, a lot of that is cultural because, you know, our Caucasian trans sisters believe that it's all about the inner feeling, you know, because this is where that shit come in, where those who oppose the bathrooms and all that kind of shit, this is where that comes in. Because a lot of our Caucasian sisters just believe that because I feel this way and this is who I am and I know I'm in the wrong body kind of thing, blah, 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 blah. They feel that all they need to do is throw on a wig and some lipstick and a woman's blouse with some boob breasts, you know, and they are a woman. And it's like, okay, wait a minute.
But if you got hard ass features, because I'm not even saying get dialed up like drag queen ready. I'm just saying some simple. Can you just get a little softer? Because that's what it looks like. It looks costumish.
And that there is what a lot of the girls don't understand.
You got to admit, Caitlyn looked like a representation of a modern day bosom buddy. You know what I'm saying? You got to.
I was about to say she do look like bosom buddies. That's exactly the vibe I get. Bosom buddies. You called that one. Okay. It's the truth, me. You know that's the truth.
Heal the God.
Just think about it.
Heal the goddamn God, honey. Anywho, when I did a transgender conference for Black Gay Pride in Detroit many years ago. And one of the things that I had done, I wanted to make sure that we had somebody who does facials and carrying on. We're talking about makeup and this, that, and that. Now, so do I.
I hate it here.
Now, my representative, honey, I was kind of pissed with her because she told me that she does all that. And basically what she was just a goddamn Mary Kay Cosmetics girl. And because when I interviewed her in Canada, I said, well, this is what we want to do, blah, 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 blah. And that's not what she did. And it pissed me off. But what happened, because I gave a questionnaire after the survey. And what it was, a lot of everybody was talking about, oh my God, the Black girls was like, oh my God, this is wonderful. You know, because they got to talk about makeup and carrying on and, you know, how to better shadow and, you know, blending and contouring and carrying on. All the white girls said, this was good, but why do we always have to focus on the makeup? Why is it always the makeup? Why? And that stuck with me. And so then I started looking at the cultural differences between our trans girls and carrying on. And that there has always been the biggest thing. A lot of, especially when they're older, the older white trans children, girl, if they ain't linebackers in goddamn
wigs.
When I tell you, no, you can't be Charlene, honey. We're going to have to call you Charlie, and you just stay Charlie. Okay? Because Charlene, you are not. Okay? and carrying on. Oh my God, honey. And it
there ain't nothing leaning. There ain't nothing leaning but them size 16 heels.
Don't talk about my shoes, goddammit.
What?
Don't you talk about my 16s, bitch, and some guys are 17. Okay.
I would be like, wait, Misha, what size do you wear again? But you already had 6. Mary Kay equal Avon with an attitude. Yes, it is.
Okay. So that there, you know, it has always been a difference. And when we talk about trans, this is why a lot of the girls, when you see trans girls, this is why Drag Race is so that way. A lot of everybody,
even when they got little feet, Meech, now that I think about it, when I saw a drag thing before, even they got little feet, they shoes be leaned over.
Well, that's because a lot of, well, you have to understand.
They taller, they heavier.
Right. Taller, heavier, you know, and a lot of folks, I can't stand that when you walk it and the shoe look like it's about to lean because that heel, it just barely catch that heel.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like it's about to pop. And that's because a lot of girls walk on the heels of their feet and don't know how to balance. I walk on the heels of my feet naturally, okay? Which is why it is imperative I have shoes that fit my feet so that I could glide a little bit. I could walk on the balls of my feet, okay? If I can't do that, darling, that's why I always glide. I can't walk fast because if I walk fast, bitch, it ain't gonna be cute. I have to glide.
So when you glide and you walking on balls, I got you. Okay.
Exactly. Very delicately and very carefully.
Hey. Hey. You get your glide on.
Okay.
And this big beach moment is brought to you by Glide Slide. You get yours at Starship.
That's right. Show enough, honey.
Not at Starship.
At 16, 18, and 24-ounce bottles, honey. Right.
Father, fix it.
Yes, they do. They lean with it and rock with it, honey. I can't stand that. And there's a lot of girls, honey, that I've set up there and said, oh my God. I'm like, girl. Oh, in fact, I have a pair that I got to replace the heel because I broke that bitch. And I know every time I walk in, that bitch feel like my ankle is about to pop. I said, oh no, we can't wear these. I got to replace that heel because when I look at it, I stepped on something and that bitch is all the way slanted. I said,
Oh no.
No.
Okay. We can't. Once we listen, sorry.
You did. Remember walking in the sand. And honey, you glad? Do I really want to? Thank you, baby.
Yes, you do. Remember, I told you we was going to Walmart one day. I go see Meech clear across parking lot. She said they're gonna go Meech. I said when? She said, "Oh, I know his walk." She was.
Hey, wait, Nikki, have you ever been? We was out one time. And Meech was walking. Meech said, "Well, I'm going." You know how you talking and telling you, "Well, I'm gonna go over here." And this nigga, he threw that purse on his forearm. And he threw that hand out and he went to walk. And I couldn't even take another step.
Baby, he can show a lot of girls how to walk because
you don't see nobody out there. If you didn't see nobody out there, you saw this nigga got them gliding through.
Baby, he does glide. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all need some walking.
Theme music. When he walk, he needs some theme music.
Yeah, he does. He absolutely does. We gotta make him some, Red.
Yeah.
Well, man, had you seen your show? I've looked at it, but it's me, honey. So you know, hey, okay, it's just me, honey. Okay.
Hey guys, guess what? I'm officially a dance grandma.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So Lily starts dance tomorrow.
What kind of
Lily?
dance?
All of it. Actually, all of it. She's doing jazz, tap, majorette, ballet,
and hip hop,
and gymnastics. She has and gymnastics.
Nikki, don't let me drive by that building and see you having to stand outside and look through the window.
Oh, like on DD, like on Dancing Dolls. Watch, nigga. Yes, watch.
You wanted them because you wanted them.
Yup. Me and Cole already told her we gonna have the big signs and everything. She was like, "Oh, why are you gonna do that?" I said, "What?" Wendy Williams looked more like, yeah.
You know what? I still have not been able to get my wife to believe to this day that is a woman.
Listen, back in the day when Wendy used to work in Philly, right, and we would see her all the time when she was on Power 99. There was nothing in my goddamn, there was nothing you could tell me to say that was not a transgender woman. Now, when she had her son, because we did, I just was like, all right, I'm going to let it go. And then when I start seeing her on TV, because we would see her briefly at times, a lot. But she just always, first of all, her wig was always a mess. Why, Wendy? Why was her wig always a mess?
But when she was in Philly, I was nervous for God rest her soul. That's my baby. But I was so nervous for Whitney because Whitney was finna go down there and whoop her ass down at Power 99.
Baby, let me tell you something.
I was listening to the station that morning.
Was in Jersey.
I was listening to the station that morning, and Whitney told her live on the radio.
She said, "Who you talking to?"
Who you talking to?
She said, "Who you talking to, Wendy?"
Right.
Baby, she let that East Orange, New Jersey come up out of it.
Oh.
Whitney was on Wendy ass.
Okay.
Yeah,
that shit. I was like,
she told her, "I will come down there and drag your head out this place."
Because you know how when you say, "Who you talking to?"
Right.
But then she said it again. "Who you talking to, Wendy?" Because she said, "Who you talking to?" first. And then "Who you talking to, Wendy? Do you know I will come down there and drag your ass?" I said, "Oh."
Yes, I heard that live. I did not hear
you heard it too.
I heard it live.
Yep. But that
Whitney fucked up that day. All the way.
Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen.
Baby, go down and catch that ass whooping from that man.
Yeah, he did.
For real? What man this do to Wendy? I ain't know.
Oh, honey, it's up on YouTube, child. He got in her ass something. Oh, he got in her ass something horrible.
Yeah, you better quit playing with Greg. Greg from the streets.
Yeah, sure
that's Detroit. That's Detroit.
And goddamn Wendy, you was a little hootie tootie growing up.
Well, what Greg tell you, Nikki? What Greg tell you? He tell you, I too was from the streets, and I did 8 years, and I came out there, and now look at me. And now I'm not gonna hear it. So I'm not going to hear none of that asinine stuff that you bring in my courtroom. You understand me, sir? Do you understand me, sir?
I love Greg. Can't stand Joe, but I love Greg.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, honey, that there has been our program today, honey. We have been
absolutely.
Okay, let me reiterate, because I am a dance mom now, y'all probably will see me fundraising because this shit is expensive.
How about that? Okay.
She got $44 ballet shoes. Motherfucker, you're just starting tomorrow.
That she just starting it, which means her feet gonna grow, which means you got to keep buying.
The tap shoes are $50.
Yep.
And then she needs these special hip hop shoes that are also like $55. Not to mention the leotard, the tights, the little tutu shit. Oh yeah.
Hey, you better get your ass in the kitchen and start baking.
I'm about to sell platters. I'm about to raffle off some Alo Nana baskets.
You need to sell dollar slices of cake. Go in there and make you a bunch of cakes. You make a bunch of cakes. When you sell dollar slices of cake, you're gonna be done sold 200 slices of cake. Easy.
Listen, and brother, I believe you, and I'm about to get on it. I'm not playing with y'all.
Yeah. So
look, we talked about how much just the equipment costs, right? It's going to be $255 a month. And then these girls, because me and Meech and them, we seen these girls perform at the game. These girls compete, they travel, they do every damn thing.
Exactly.
So yes, I will be in the window like the damn ladies for Dancing Dolls because
yeah.
Well,
And there we have it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for your love and your kindness and for being here with us, child. We done this thing, honey, and that there is where us be. My wine is starting to kick in just a little bit, honey. We'll call it great. Listen,
Vino.
as we sitting up here,
I'm gonna get some.
If you have not gotten into Ruthless Season 3, the first 3 new episodes have been posted up on BET Plus. If you have not gotten into episode 7 of Bel Air, that one posted up on motherfucking Peacock.
Did yesterday. I was on it yesterday morning. Oh, Red, did you get in? I meant to ask you.
What you mean? I done seen all of them, baby.
I didn't never ask you if you had.
No, because now we can rap with him because he done seen them. So
okay.
Honey, when I tell you that this is the motherfucking tea. Now, Ruthless is still Tyler Perry, but this shit is the tea. Okay. It's still Tyler Perry.
I'm still the elder mother. What do you mean, Ruth? Who you
Is
talking
elder mother still alive?
Okay.
I gotta go check. I ain't seen it in a while, so I know when I binge, I'm gonna be able to.
They introduced a new elder mother.
The new elder mother.
They introduced a new one because we lost one, and she died in real life. And
who, the old lady Jamaican lady?
No, not her.
Oh,
no, not her. No, Marva is still here, honey. Elder, what was her name? The one who was over the Red House.
Over the money?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. She died in real life.
Oh.
And yeah. Remember, she got the last time we seen her, she got sent to the punishment trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that episode they had to doctor that because she had died right after that.
Oh wow. Y'all see,
so
I ain't gonna give it away for people who haven't seen Bel Air, but not episode 7, but episode 6 when we find out Lisa daddy ain't shit.
Yeah.
And when Vivian was about to let that bitch have it,
Vivian
was about to let that bitch have it.
Vivian said, okay, well, if you was in that date
in 2018,
he was the
Vivian, but she didn't die till
2019. Oh, well, we were just friends. Oh, I gotta go.
My bladder, pregnancy bladder. No, bitch. Because I know soon as Lisa daddy gets something on they daddy, that's what's gonna be the campaign smears.
Oh, I know. And that's what it is. Now, y'all remember
the daddy, I'm gonna tell you my prediction. The daddy is gonna get the situation where Will went through and try to slander it. And
then that's when Philip gonna get, and Philip, because Vivian gonna say, well, he was sleeping with that bitch before his wife died.
Well, here's the thing, because y'all know in the comedy version of the series, Phil didn't win the election.
Right.
He didn't win it, but he did become a judge.
Right. I was going to say, wasn't he the DA and then the judge?
Yeah, and then he became a judge. So now we got to see how all that plays out. How they fight it here. But now, the drama version of all this
goddamn judge on this one, not all the shit him and Jeffrey be doing.
Baby, let me tell you something.
That sexy ass Jeffrey.
Hey, that's a real judge. That's a real judge.
Did you know I sit up here, baby? Oh my God, I done fantasized about them two.
Jeffrey sexy as hell.
Jeffrey and
Jeffrey is a whole Phil is too. Jeffrey a whole motherfucking gangster out in these motherfucking streets. You say one word to Jeffrey and the shit is handled. You understand me?
Listen, okay.
The motherfucker he asked about the damn little light-eyed boy. Jeffrey say already on it. He blah 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 blah. Nigga, before you see it, I saw it.
I know, child.
Hey, what got me is when all of a sudden dude doggone didn't want to. They done paid the nigga $10,000 to sit his ass down, and he want to get more. All of a sudden, Jeffrey was like, "Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it.
Don't worry about it."
Sat down and crossed. What got me is he sat down and crossed his legs, and Will looking like, "Nigga, do something." Like, what are you doing? And the next thing you know, the nigga dies in a strip club shooting.
Will was like,
"Listen,
yeah, nigga, Jeffrey, that dude."
That motherfucker there, see, his sinister is so sexy. See, his sinister is so motherfucking.
He old school gangster. That's what it is. Cause he old school gangster.
And it
the
don't
real
make
bad boys move in silence. You know,
it don't make no sense to sit down here and to see that when we talking about good girls liking bad boys. See, that's the kind of bad boy that it's right there. Because I ain't got no business.
It's not Ray and Jaquan and them.
Ain't that shit.
It's that kind.
I
safe with that. You feel safe.
Well, she said, well, y'all done told the whole series. No, we ain't, girl.
No, we didn't. That was one
no,
episode.
we didn't, honey. You just got highlights. Go catch up.
Yeah. We was just talking about
Go catch up, honey. Go catch up because, baby,
it's worth paying that little couple dollars for Peacock, I promise you.
Because there's some things I'm not going to tell you about Miss Carlton, honey, but I'll leave that to you to go find out. Okay?
Here we go again.
Okay. I'll leave that for you to find out.
You let him back in? Is this who you was talking about?
Yeah, Miss Thing. I thought I clicked her and.
Okay. Well, the comments, we need the comments make the algorithm go up. So when they make comments, don't erase them.
Well,
even if they spamming, the algorithm goes up when they leave comments.
Okay.
So I will say if they're not doing nothing derogatory or negative, then just
be that as it may, honey. But I'm telling y'all, child, listen.
Check the shows out, honey.
Y'all got to go get them. 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 Even Jazz, the new Jazz is cute.
Oh my God, yes.
And he's a bit cool.
Hey, wait. Let me ask you this. The dude playing Jazz, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shave his head. Isn't that the Tupac dude?
I think so. No.
Bullshit.
Wait a minute.
We gotta go back and look.
Bullshit.
The guy who played Tupac from what? The Tupac movie?
Yeah.
We gotta go look.
Hold on.
Because I looked at him, I was like, damn, I said, I swear that looked like Tupac.
Okay, wait a minute. You might be right. Hold on. You might be right, child. Wait a minute. But what you say? Hold on.
You said, well, what you say?
Hold on. No, it's not. They do look alike, but that's not him.
Oh, okay.
That's not him because the guy who's playing,
and I'm like, wait a minute.
Right, the guy who's playing Jazz his name is Jordan Jones. The guy who played Tupac name was Demetrius Chip.
Okay.
Yeah, but they do favor each other. They do favor.
I'm like, damn, they look alike.
They do favor. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, but that Hillary, boy, that is a tall glass of chocolate.
That's Coco Jones.
You know what?
That's Coco Jones. She used to be on Disney, Red.
I don't give a damn about Mickey Mouse.
Let me tell y'all something. That heifer can sing.
You know what they made? I wonder if they're gonna let her sing on here because that'll be nice.
I hope so, or at least be on some of the soundtrack stuff.
Right.
Because she can.
Singing.
Oh my God.
But yeah, that there, I'm telling y'all, honey, y'all got to get scripted television is just beautiful these days.
It's coming back, you guys. Oh, if you haven't seen it, there's a series on there. I don't know if it's coming back or if it's just one of those how they just do a short series and then that's just it. But A Piece of Her. Have you guys seen that?
I have not seen that yet.
Had me and Cole in here on the edge of our damn seats trying to listen. And I had kept skipping it. And one day I was just like, I can't find shit to watch. And I went to the first episode, drew me in its suspense. It's another one of them things where I feel like Tay would have wrote this shit.
Okay.
Baby.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's only 8 episodes.
Okay.
But even when it's over, it still leave more questions. So I'm like, damn.
Did y'all watch the series with Wesley Snipes and Kevin Hart?
No, I keep seeing it.
My God.
Okay, I'll watch it tonight before I go. I'm gonna start.
The real something. What's that?
There's something real.
Oh my God.
That right there is. Hey, let me tell you something.
I've heard so many people talk about that. I forgot.
I have never thought I would see a movie position like a movie where this nigga is, or where he kills somebody.
Who, Kevin?
Yeah.
Don't say nothing more.
Don't say nothing. Talk
Don't
about
say
it
no
tomorrow.
more.
Look, I'm about y'all know I'm about to go in the room. We gonna talk about
Say no
tomorrow.
more.
Don't say
As
that.
a matter of fact, we finna go shut this shit down. I'm not
Yes. Good
gonna.
night,
I've been
y'all.
singing all
12
day.
o'clock.
Good night. Tomorrow we're gonna be in a little later because we got a game tomorrow, honey.
But we got a guest too, so we're gonna try to.
We got a
jump in
guest,
there.
so I may, depending on what the game look like, I may cut short because we got a guest coming. But nonetheless, that be that. But in any event, honey, yeah. Okay. Y'all go catch up what I said now. Catch it out because we're gonna have a day where we just talk about the shit, honey. I just want to be up here. We just gonna talk about our shit.
Just do that. We might need to do that. Well, no, we got guests tomorrow, but yeah, we need to do that
We
because
do it out there.
sometimes
We ain't gonna take up the whole show.
Okay, well, let's do it tomorrow then, y'all.
Okay.
And y'all and down there in the audience, y'all tell us shows y'all want us to talk about and stuff. Or something that you think we need to see. Because sometimes we need to just take it light. Because some of this shit be ready.
Girls, and guys, honey. Listen, the world, honey, that we living in.
And buds too.
I'm going to bed. I'm going to go watch the
Buds
damn
and
show.
budettes, honey.
Get on my nerves. I'm not.
You know what? Wait a minute. Good night, y'all, honey. Well, I'm not gonna even do it, honey. If you love us, tell a friend, honey. If you hate us, tell all of your motherfucking enemies, honey. But do know this: everything that we're doing over here, honey, in any way, shape, style, form, or fashion, everything that we're doing will move forward. On that note, darling, you may finish all of your crumpets because the tea has been dished, and you've been dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meech and Aunt Nikki and the big guy ally right there, honey. That is the big red fella. Okay, I'm yours truly, Big Meech, honey. We will see you guys on another moment, honey. So you know what?
Yes. See y'all tomorrow.